Today on Player Way, we're giving you our thoughts on Saros, the new Starfox game, Nintendo's price hike, and Assassin's Creed Black Flag Racing. Also, I'll throw in a little mixtape there. All this and more on this week's recap. Welcome back to Player Way Weekly Podcast, where we cover gaming news, reviews, and more. I'm one of your hosts, Johnnymmer, here, and today we have multiple stories to cover in the world of gaming. And of course, we're going to be checking in with the Player Way crew, see what we've been playing, give you our thoughts and impressions on some recent titles. Speaking of the crew, I'm here joined with Axew, of course.
What's going on, guys? How you doing? It's been a minute for both of us. We have he's been busy with school. He's had a lot of stuff going on with college life. We were actually supposed to do a podcast last week, I think, and it just kind of fell through. Yeah. I'd assumed stuff was going on with him, so life happens. But we're back. I'm glad to be back. Talk about video games with one of my favorite people to talk about video games with, probably my favorite. So it always feels good to just talk about how how we're doing in life, video games, what we're excited for, what's going on in the industry. So I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, and just a quick update. As of right now, Jordan is not going to be joining us for the foreseeable future. He's just very busy with work and getting a lot of things sorted out, so he just does not currently have time. But we wish him the best, and we'll keep you all updated on all that as we learn more, and maybe at some point he'll come back. But as of right now, it'll just be Austin and I for the foreseeable future. But we're both here, and we appreciate everybody tuning into this week's episode of Player Way. We love gaming, and having this platform to talk about games is truly a blessing. We want to share that love with all of you, regardless of the genre or platforms you play on. This is all made possible by you, the viewers. We appreciate all love and support, and we ask if you haven't already, please subscribe, leave a like, go ahead, comment what your week has looked like playing video games. If you want to stay more up to date, follow us on all our socials, including Instagram, X, and TikTok, as well as follow Austin and I on Twitch. All of these links are in the description. But without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's get started with some housekeeping. A bunch of reactions are on the channel. Go check all that out. Go check out the Watch Your Way stuff, the movie things. This upcoming Watch Your Way episode, I'll go ahead and spoil it a little bit. It's gonna be pretty interesting. We're gonna be talking about a lot of the movies we've been watching, because I've been watching a lot of movies, so I have a lot of movies to talk about. But then also, we're doing something interesting because Aiden and I are both going on summer break. We are gonna give each other 5 movies that we want the other person to watch over the summer. And so it's going to be a little bit interesting, because he's going to give me some random movies and I'm going to give him some random movies. And so it'll be pretty fun. And then at some point we'll review all those movies. And so that'll be pretty good. So make sure you check out that. But yeah, without further ado, not much other housekeeping for the channel. It's just been a lack of content the last 2 weeks, and we apologize for that. But anyway, let's go ahead. Let's get started with tradition. I'll go ahead and start with you, because I know I don't think there's much for you from what you told me. So what have you been playing, Awesome?
So it's been, I'm gonna keep it short just because we have a lot to cover, and also I think I hit that wall again, where you just have some weeks where it's just hard to really do a lot. I mean, Tomodachi Life is like, living the dream has been, the casual thing that I can find myself going back to when I can't find anything. And it's not to say I haven't. I've mostly been playing that from time to time. I've put it down more, so I haven't been playing it in long segments. Because I want to start getting back to, all these big games and stuff. I feel like I've gotten enough time with Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. I have over 80 hours now. So I feel like I'm kind of ready to start kind of getting back into everything that I love to play. And I have started Saros. I don't know how far I am.
It says you're 6 hours, but I don't know. The PS5 tracker is always whack.
Yeah, I don't really understand all that. I just know that I would assume I'm past 30% at least. So very much enjoying that. I mean, I'll definitely you know, I'm not gonna say anything at the moment, but if you want to talk about it more, because I know, of course, you've played it, you've probably finished it. Um, so yeah, there's Saros. And then just kind of a sprinkle of some other small stuff, just stuff I'll be playing with friends or something. Um, but I'm gonna go ahead and make a statement. I made the statement before, and I feel like since I made the statement, it went very well. By the next podcast that we do, I will have finished, of course. I'm going to finish Saros, I'm going to finish Mixtape, and I'm going to finish Pragmata. So all three of those I will have done by the next podcast for sure. Because those are all like three games that I really, really, really want to play and finish.
Those are the three biggest games right now, for sure.
Yeah. And I mean I'm kind of falling behind again, and there's a lot of stuff that's, I mean, we have a lot of stuff coming in the
Lucky for
pipeline this
you,
month.
2 of those games are really short. So
Yeah. Dude, this month is like
May's
I
actually
thought last-
scary looking, dude. May's actually
Dude,
really scary
No,
looking.
John, I'll be real. I said last month was like insane. Okay, this month I think is gonna have better quality. I think this month it sounds like every game sounds like, oh man,
literally
this is gonna be
game of the year
really
contender.
good.
Literally, like every game is like game of the year
Like,
contenders love. Yeah,
Bro, we got
insane.
Mixtape that just came out. We have Forza. We have 007, which like previews are
Got Lego
glazing it.
Batman, Mina the Hollower.
Yeah, Mina the Hollower just got a release date for the end of May. Like, oh man, this month is, hoo-wee. But besides that, like, I've been caught up in the gaming world still. I'm still like, just kind of, I'm just all over the place. I'm just, I'm getting back in my groove. I'm just looking to play a lot of games. I'm getting that itch to get back in and just start playing almost anything. But I did get this cool, awesome controller that I had a hard time debating if I wanted, but you know me, John, my favorite colors are red and black, so had to get it. And also, this thing looks way better in person than it does online. And then I took the time. My plushie collection still continues. I have Clive and Jill now.
Oh, tough.
So,
cool.
As you know, if any of you know me pretty well on this podcast, John knows Final Fantasy 16 is my like 5th favorite game of all time. So I had to get them. It was killing me. So
yeah.
So yeah, that's what I've been up to, man.
Cool. So I guess we're about to go in because, I mean, what I've been playing is Mixtape and Saros. So I get Mixtape is more of I'll just give you current thoughts on it because I'm not finished with it. But then I guess we'll segue into the Saros review. So, but I'll go ahead and start with Mixtape. Well, first of all, congrats to that team. What's the studio name? Oh my gosh.
Beethoven and
That's right,
Dinosaur.
That's right. Congrats to the studio and congrats to Annapurna because boy did this game get some pretty great reviews. So on OpenCritic right now it has a 93, which is, I mean, insane. Not even Expedition 33 had that, ladies and gentlemen. So it's pretty insane. So big congrats to that. On Metacritic, the like scores are all over the place.
Yeah,
I don't really know. Like,
well, I'll tell you, it's because someone gave it a 6 out of 10. But it's not like they posted that review on. No, they did post it on OpenCritic. No, there is a 6 out of 10 on here.
Is it really?
Dang, I don't know. OpenCritic just there's so many.
I don't know. OpenCritic kind of confused me.
There's so many 10s.
I don't understand.
Hold on, that's 1,
why OpenCritic
2,
is so high.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are at least 9 to over, maybe definitely over 10, like 10 out of 10s.
Yeah, see, like, I don't know. It's interesting because OpenCritic is missing a lot of reviews. Cause like
Yeah.
if you look on Metacritic, there's 4 Xbox reviews, 15 PC, 23 PS5, and 6 Nintendo Switch 2s. And there's
Mhm.
only let me see.
Yeah,
There's
mixtape
only
on.
34 in total on OpenCritic.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't know either, but you know what? I hope it stays up there because
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
some
for you.
nice points for my fantasy
Yep,
critic, man.
yep. It really
I'll
helps you
take
out for sure.
25 points.
Um,
I'm
but yeah,
glad I
so
drafted it.
some mixtape. So I have put in about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. From what I've read, there's like 15 or no, sorry. There's like 30 little chapters. Whatever.
30.
Yeah, but each one lasts like
Yeah.
super short. Like some of them are like literally like 2 minutes long.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a very short, like a very short game from what I've
yes, I've
heard.
heard it's like
Which
3 to 5 hours depending how slow or fast you take it.
yeah.
And so yeah, I've put in about an hour and a half. I think I'm literally through 15. So I literally think like I'm about halfway. Um,
Mhm.
this game, man. I don't even know. I don't even know how to talk about it.
It's hard to
Um,
describe, isn't it? It. I've heard a lot of people say, especially from people that have played and reviewed it, also have a hard time talking about it because it is so unique.
it's so
Like
unique. It's
yeah.
insanely unique. Here's what I'll start off by saying is after putting in an hour and a half, I am completely understand why this game has the scores it does because
Mhm.
we talk about it a lot with first person shooters. I don't know why we talk about it so specifically with first person shooters, but like this game has so much soul and
Mhm.
like character to it. Like you can tell like every frame of this game has so much like love, care, and attention and like in like purpose behind it.
Mhm.
And which just equates into a game that just feels so charming and so lovable and like you honestly can't help but just like your eyes are glued to the screen because also visually this game is incredible. The art style is amazing. The animations are great. What I actually really love about this game, which is probably my favorite part right now, is just its presentation. Its production value. Like I mean, straight up is a movie. To just to put it lightly, like it is. It just the way they are cutting from scenes to scene, the way they are transitioning from environments, from like certain scenes and chapters and mini games and all these different things. Like it just works. It just all flows so well. Um, the music is is just great, man. Like
Dude,
it's just great.
I just know I think I'm gonna love this game. I was not because my funny thing is you know me. I was interested in this game, but I was never that interested.
Yeah.
But it's like over time I've just heard, and especially with shout out to Kind of Funny Games. They had an interview with the developers or directors or whatever they are. I'm pretty sure directors, but Johnny Galvatron actually came on there and talked about the game, and he explained it. And the more he talked about it, I was like, wow, like this is so much deeper than I thought. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, the name mixtape. I understand it's that play like it's called mixtape because you're living out in this world, but it's in the format, of a mixtape. And I didn't know how important the music was going to be for this. And
Yeah.
I just wasn't that locked into it. So then hearing them talk about, hey, there is no streamer mode, which does kind of suck for anyone who wants to stream it, but it makes sense because that's the way the game was built. It's a story that's being built by the best way to explain it, especially from how they said it, was like it's a music video that is like a video game. It tells a story through like like music videos that you would watch on YouTube and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So like I like the concept has just made me so much more excited, and I'm super happy to just hear that this is hit. And I had a lot of there was people I followed saying that they had a really good feeling that this game was going to hit. And I mean, it sounds like everyone that's touched it so far that I look up to, or I actually, pay attention to see how they feel about games, is absolutely adoring and loving this game. So definitely I'm going to have
Yeah.
to definitely play it either right after this podcast or starting tomorrow. I
Yeah,
definitely want to start it.
I mean, truly, yeah. The music is the heart and soul of this game. Like to its core, it is the music, and I think one of my favorite parts is like you said, kind of the concept. Like, why is it called mixtape? And for those of you who don't know what a mixtape is, it's basically a compilation of music that the artist wants to put out. It's not like an album where like it's trying to tell a story from start to finish. It literally is just like a compilation of some of the music that they're either working on or that they've had in the past that they just want to bundle up into like one, I guess, kind of album in a sense.
Yeah. I more consider albums as like a core body of work.
Yes.
From start to finish.
Yes.
It's like, hey, this is curated for a specific reason or story to tell.
Yeah.
Whereas like a mixtape is just like,
here's some music.
You just throw, like here's some music.
Yeah,
bro. These are some maybe throwaways, maybe some stuff that
literally.
I would have never put on an actual album. Like, here you go.
Yes, but in this case, what the game does, and it's even it's the slogan of the game, which I actually really love it. And when you start to play it, you realize what they're going for. The slogan is like only the greatest hits, which like there's a lot of mixtape out there that will take like an artist and take all their greatest hits and put it into one mixtape. So you don't have to like go to all the separate albums to find all the greatest hits. You could go to one little mixtape where all their greatest hits are. And the way this game plays out is every chapter is reliving some of their childhood's best memories with their friend. And so each song, which is one of the greatest hits, represents one of their greatest memories. And so it's like it's this compilation of memories mixed with music, and then you form that with the art style and the gameplay, which the gameplay is I don't even know, like there is literally no way to explain the gameplay because every 5 minutes the game is something different. There is button mashers, there is like rhythm, there is like kind of like obstacles, there is like driving, there's just a whole bunch of wackiness going on. But I'm really impressed by like just how much variety and how like, even though some of them only last like literally like 30 seconds, like they built full on like controls on how to do all these things, which is great. And this game has a lot of replay value. I can already tell you right now, this game's gonna have a ton of replay value, because you can literally just go and select any of the mini games, which I think is great. What was I about to say? When I was playing about an hour and a half in, I stopped and I thought. And I was like, I'm really enjoying this. I really like this. This is a great game. To me, it is not a 10. To me, it is not an I don't even think it's a 9. I'm really enjoying it. But I was when I was playing it, I started asking myself, I'm like, man, why, like, this is amazing, but like, why is this game getting as high scores as it is? And it dawned upon me. I'm like, low key, the answer is because this might be as perfect as you can get to a video game. Like, genuinely, like, if I was a critic, I'd probably give it a 10. because there is almost nothing you can critique about this game. Like every frame, every music drop, every gameplay segment, every character line, like every lighting, every visual, like everything is perfect. Like it is literally like there's nothing wrong or bad. To me, I just like it is not necessarily a game that I'm going to adore. And I recognize
I mean,
that.
and also you haven't finished the mixtape, so
I
like
haven't, and
things could change.
It could change. As of right now, though, like I'm not really invested in the story. Like nothing really like resonates with me in a sense. But like it is such a good time because it is so visually appealing. It is like fun in those gameplay moments. The music slaps. Like there is so much to love here. But it's definitely not going to be like one of my favorite games. Like I just already know unless like it really like does some crazy things in the second half. But overall, this game is fantastic. Absolutely recommend it so far. And we'll update y'all when I finish it next week. So, but yeah, that is my thoughts on Mixtape.
Sounds good.
All right. Now time for the actual review that I can give. Saros.
Yep.
Housemarque's next game. What do you want to know, Austin? What do you want to know?
Well, my first question
Uh-huh.
is would you like to know how I feel first, since I haven't finished it?
Sure.
But,
sure.
Okay. So, I'm really, really enjoying. Currently, right now, I think I think I'm already enjoying this more than Returnal. I still really enjoy Returnal. I really do. There are some things that I actually do think I miss a lot from Returnal. But I think overall, I think Saros is just the epitome of what a sequel should do. Is just in almost every department, it just feels better. It plays better. I think it has a lot of more like interesting things going for it. I think there's like most of the changes they made, especially with gameplay and stuff. It flows so well. It is such a good game to just sit back and just play. I'm very much enjoying the game. Like it is like, you know, as me and you who love Returnal, especially you, it being your
I'm gonna say I
in
don't
your
love
top
the
5
game.
of all time.
I literally worship it.
Yeah. It's it's just super awesome to see Housemarque be able to put out another game, and of course, like we both knew it was going to be a quality. Like we both knew it was going to be absolutely fantastic. And I mean, from my you know, whatever percentage I'm at, 30, 35-ish, I'm really, really, really enjoying it. So yeah, I mean, what we can go into a little bit more later on of like maybe what I nitpick a little bit. I don't have many big issues with the game. I think I just have my personal feelings because I do think I am enjoying this game more than Returnal, but there are things that I kind of miss from Returnal that aren't in Saros, which is just my personal opinion. I don't think it's that big of a detriment.
Okay.
But there are some things I really miss from the first one. So,
well, one thing to keep in mind, which unfortunately, and I don't blame anybody for this. One thing to keep in mind, which this has kind of just been completely screwed. This is not a sequel to Returnal, which is something like this is by after now playing it, this is a different game. This is not Returnal, but it uses the same combat system and the same structure. So
I did forget they didn't say that.
yes. Because like it's kind of interesting, and I saw some comments and things, And I think even one of the Kind of Funny members mentioned it during their review. Because once again, what I did, I did not watch Kind of Funny's review until after I finished it. I do that. I don't watch any reviews or listen to any reviews anymore until after I finish a game. I look at the review scores beforehand because I just can't avoid that. Like if you just go on X, it's all over the place. But I do not listen to any reviews until after I play a game. And a lot of their review was comparing it to Returnal, which I don't blame them, because it's like you could literally call it Returnal 2 and you'll be like, yup, exactly. Right? But at the same time, it is not Returnal 2. And somebody somebody did a super chat or said something and was like, could we talk more about Saros and less of Returnal? And I think one of the Kind of Funny members was like, you know what? You bring up a great point. Like, I feel like we almost like talk just as much about Returnal as we are Saros this review. And it's almost like you do kind of have to. It's hard, but you kind of do have to like separate it a little bit to really feel how you feel about the game. But anyway, what do you want to know from me, Austin? How do you want me to kick this? How do you want me to kick this?
Well, you know, I want to know. How long did it take you to beat?
Okay.
What are your pros and cons? And what is your review score of Saros? What is the Johnnymmer review score for Saros?
It took me 20 hours to beat to roll credits. I have not done the secret ending. Yet. And the pros and the cons. I'll kind of start off as face value stuff. And then I'll give you my score. My biggest pros 100% is, once again, this game solidifies that Returnal and Saros have my favorite gameplay system, like favorite gameplay. Combat specifically. Specifically. There is just no combat that I ever feel this engaged with and like this locked in with. Like, man, when you and especially in Saros, and this is something that we can dive more into. Saros nails even more than Returnal, getting in this like a term called like a flow state. Like once you get in a groove and like once you get a weapon you really like and you get this upgrade, you're like, yes, I wanted that. Like you enter into this flow state and you like feel like you could just go all the way. Like you just get into this mode and you just feel so locked in. And like I just love that. So once again, the combat is amazing. My two biggest takeaways from the game. Number one, this game needs to win Best Art Direction. The art direction in this game, like, I thought the game looked amazing in all the trailers, but holy crap. And I heard, I thought about this, like, while I was playing, but then I listened to Andy's review, and he was like, literally, like, every corner you turn is, like, another, like, holy crap moment. And, like, man, like, I felt that so much. Like, I feel, like, looking back, like, dude, every time I would go into a new area or, like, find this new room, there would just be something insane to look at. The colors is crazy. This game, my dad, like, likes to, like, walk in sometimes and just, like, kind of check out the game I'm playing or whatever. Yeah. And he always, like, kind of gives his, like, just initial thoughts, like, oh, cool, the graphics are nice. Oh, wow, that boss looks cool, whatever. But for the first time ever, he walked in my room, he, like, sat down, started watching Saros, and he's like, man, this game has crazy art. And I'm like, what did you just say? And he was like, this game has crazy art. And I'm like, I've never heard you say the word art in my life. And he was like, well, I don't know. That's just what it looks like. Like there's so much color and there's so many like shapes and like what like just things going on. It's crazy. And it looks like a painting. And I'm like, yeah, you're you're absolutely right. The other thing the audio design in this game, oh my lord, it is it is immaculate. It is immaculate. Everything feels so punchy. Everything feels just, man, I don't know. It's just so crisp. It's so great. It really enhances everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna wait for my cons for a second.
Yep.
I'm gonna hold to my cons.
Okay.
This is a really hard one for me to do here.
Mm-hmm.
This is a
And why
really
is that?
hard game for me to review. Because when I look at the combat and when I look at just how much fun I have playing the game, man, it like I adore the game. I really do. I really do. That being said, I'm giving this game an 8 out of 10.
Oh, okay. All right.
I prefer Returnal in almost every way. I think the story is incredibly mid. I have some major issues with some of the progression and how the biomes and maps work. I think there are features in this game like the Eclipse mode, like how you can go to that little thing and activate Eclipse mode.
Yeah.
I think I just didn't really find that much of an interesting gameplay mechanic.
Yeah, are you talking about the things where it'll be like the nightmare dimension or whatever?
No,
Or
not
are you
not
just talking
those.
about the full on eclipse?
Yes, yeah, how
Yeah.
you can just turn it into like the whole screen turns orange for like the rest of the biome. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of these things are great. Like all these things that I'm saying like I don't love like are still great. I just like it's a really hard one for me to tell because like I said, when we're talking straight up fun and how much I'm enjoying, like I said, there was no combat out there like it. And I love the game for it. And I still debate, even with an 8 out of 10, this is why I want to have a bigger discussion on review scores. Because even though I give it an 8 out of 10, I'm still debating if it might be my game of the year. Because I have so much fun with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That being said, there are things that I genuinely, like, don't think it's a perfect game, or I wouldn't give it that masterpiece material. And it is the same thing with like Pragmata in a sense, and maybe in the opposite direction, where I was having breakfast with my dad this week, and he was like, "Are there any games coming out the rest of this year that you think could crack your top 5 games of all time?" And I was thinking about it. I was thinking all the games coming out. I'm like, I don't know, like maybe this game, maybe this game, and I stopped to think about it, and I'm like, honestly speaking, I think one's already come out that maybe over time could crack my top 5, and that game is Pragmata. Where, like, even though I don't think that game is a 10 out of 10, like, I love it like a 10 out of 10.
Well, yeah, and that's how I told you I felt about Tomodachi Life. It's not about anymore to me. I'm not ranking what I think the game actually is. I am giving you a review of my experience playing the game. 'Cause that's what you do when you play a game. It's your experience that heightens the overall like the accumulation of how you feel about a game is all off of your experience. And like we talk about with, of course, these review scales and all these things, is it feels like that's what kind of sucks about critic reviews, is it just feels like it's people really trying to look for positives and negatives, which will impact your score of a video game.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to just sit there and look for positives and negatives. That's not what I do when I play. Do I still write down things in the moment where I'm like, hey, I personally don't really care for this right now, or I really love this? Yes, I do. It's not like I'm looking for them, but in that moment, if that's how I feel and my brain is being like, hey, this is what I really love, and then if I love everything, I'm just going to keep it there. If I really don't like it, and if it bothers me, I'm going to write this down just to articulate my thoughts better.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing because, like, I agree. Like, my review is my experience, but I think I say that with the caution of, like, don't just take the word experience for how much you enjoy something. Because like I said, in terms of fun, in terms of combat, like Saros, it might be my game of the year in terms of actual fun, right? But at the same time, my experience is also looking at the product for what it is as well. And so it's almost this mix of looking at it from a quality standpoint, but also just an enjoyment standpoint. I'm not looking at it as a critic, super analyzing it, like critically breaking down every single thing, but I am like comparing it to, in the grand scheme of things, how I would review it in terms of like games and everything. Which is why Pragmata I gave a 9, where, like I just said, that game might end up cracking my top 5 at some point in the future, but I gave it a 9. So you'll be like, well, then why isn't it 10 out of 10? It's because, like, also my experience is recognizing some of these things that I think they can do better, or that they can change. That is part of my experience, is recognizing the things that they can improve on, the things that I didn't necessarily love, even though overall I love and adore the game. And that is how I feel about Saros. Even though I'm having a blast, I'm recognizing things that I think they could do better, or that I wish they could have changed while having a blast. Therefore, my experience ends up coming out to be an 8 out of 10. And I'll tell you right now, for sure, the biggest problem I have is the story in this game. The other thing, there's so many. We have to get deeper into it, because like I want to talk about like the weapons in this game. I want to talk about the biome structure. Like there was a lot that just did not. To me, a 10 out of 10, right? To me, a 10 out of 10 is a game that absolutely exceeds expectations in almost any department, and it literally just it's everything you could have asked for and more, and it is just absolutely incredibly done. There are things in this game that did not exceed my expectations or blow me away in the way that Returnal did. That's not to say that I didn't enjoy them in Saros, because I did. But when I compare it to, like, when I found a new weapon in Returnal, or when I reached an artifact that gave me a negative effect versus a positive effect in Returnal, I think of those moments and I'm like, I don't know if I had that many in Saros like I did Returnal. The moment, that thing of like, oh, let me just do one more run. Let me do one more run. Let me do one more run. Like, oh my God, like I can't put the game down. Like, granted, there are moments in Starfox where I'm like, okay, let me run it back. Let me run it back. Like, okay, I could easily see myself staying up for like 3 more hours to play it. But it wasn't like, there were moments where I'm like, okay, kind of feel like going to the gym right now. Okay, kind of feel like watching a movie right now. Like, it didn't have me in a chokehold the same way Returnal did. I think part of that is the story. And then I just think part of it is the game structure and some of the things that are with the progression. But all right. So yes, I give it an 8 out of 10, but there is a lot to love about this game. There's really not much to dislike either. That's the thing. Even though, like, even some of the critiques I have is not me saying I dislike them. It's just like didn't necessarily help like raise the game score in a sense, I guess. But anyway, I saw a tweet by Gene Park. For those of you who don't know, on X.
I like that guy.
Yes, yeah, he's great. There was, I forget what game he was talking about, but IGN gave a game something. I forget what game he was talking about. I don't
number. If you know the number, I know the game.
It was probably a 7, to be honest with you, or it might have been a
Set.
5. Maybe it might have been a 5. I don't know.
Might have been. I think you're thinking of a 6.
It might have been.
I
been a
think
6.
I think he was covering their review of Mouse PI for Hire.
That might be right. Hang on, let me see.
Because that review got a lot of controversy for good reason, by the way. Like, out of all respect, like I like, review the way you want. It's your experience with a game, but that review rubbed me the wrong way because, like, as a reviewer, you're supposed to be reviewing a product for what it is, not because, like, of what it's not. Like, they were like, it's not a like true noir detective game, and it's like, brother, they're rats. Like, it's not supposed to, but it's probably that. I think that's what Gene Park. I think.
Oh, it wasn't Gene. It was not Gene Park. Sorry.
Oh, was it?
It was Logan Plant.
I don't know who that is.
He hosts their Nintendo podcast, and he reviews like almost older Nintendo games, almost older Nintendo games. A lot of the big ones he does. And he was responding to Tomodachi Life's review.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me read just to make sure. So yeah, he was basically responding to IGN giving it a 70, and someone like tweeted, it was like, Tomodachi Life's restrictions are hard, and it sucks that we have to deal with them, but there are workarounds. Does that alone make a game worth getting a 7 out of 10? And Logan Plant responded with, review scores don't start at a 10 and lose points. That's not how it works. So not really focusing on the whole Tomodachi Life part, but I love what he says here, because that is so true, and I think that's the mindset of so many people, of like, a review starts at a 10 out of 10, and anytime we see something that doesn't blow us away, we deduct a point, or anything we don't like immediately deducts a point. It's like, no, a game, like, in my mind, a game starts at like a 5 out of 10. Like, it's just like it's neutral. You don't know if it's bad, you don't know if it's good. And as you play it, there are things that would raise it for you, there are things that might lower for you, and so where it ends up being. So when it's a 10, that means everything that you were doing raised the bar, it made it better, and it just became like one of the best games ever, right? And so it's like, I think that's a really good quote, because that's how I feel about Saros. It's not that Saros is automatically a 10 out of 10 for me because I love Returnal. It's just Saros did as much good things to raise it to an 8. Returnal just did a little bit more to get it to that 10 for me, right? So I think that's kind of an interesting way to kind of shape it here. But anyway, let me go ahead. Let me get to more of the deep things about Saros, so then we can get on to the news, because I know I'm taking a little long. But
that's all right. I'm used to it. You do it all the time.
Listen. This is one of the biggest this is one of my biggest game releases ever. All right, so
listen, you love video games. I know you. You like to yap whenever you really like games, bro. It's fine.
Look. If you can say you love video games all you want, but if you can't talk about it for more than 5 minutes, you got an issue. All right. So, listen, Saros. First thing I'm gonna get off my chest. The story really did disappoint me. That is the one thing about this game that I will say genuinely deducted points for this game. I actually would have wished they did not focus on the story at all. This time.
So like, okay, so of course we had, because me and you talked about this, because Returnal is a game that a lot of people loved, and I know this is a spiritual successor, but Saros was, promising like, hey, this one is going to be this kind of style, but we're going to focus a lot on the storytelling of this one.
Yeah.
So what about this one? Like, is it just the facts of like, hey, they really, put more effort into the story, but it just doesn't ever get anywhere?
Yeah,
because
literally.
I know a lot of people feel that way about Returnal, even though Returnal was never a game that was supposed to be like really story driven. It was more like a mystery type of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of, I guess I want to pick your brain on that, because we had a bunch of conversations on that.
Yeah, I think honestly, genuinely, it comes down to what the concept for the story is. I think
Yeah.
that's genuinely the thing that hurts it for me. Completely a personal me thing. I know others feel the same way, the way I do as well, but I know that may not be majority.
Mm.
This game does not really use the whole time loop thing or being stuck in some time manipulated world as a story beat, as a story concept. It is almost entirely just a gameplay mechanic. Whereas the whole concept of Returnal's story is that Celine gets stuck in this time loop and she's trying to figure out how to escape it. And by doing so, she ends up facing trauma in her past, and she ends up realizing secrets about people she knew and all these things. In Saros, they're kind of just like, and here's the other problem. I don't know what the heck the story's even about, bro. Like, the game does not explain anything. And I get, maybe if I read every text log like I did in Returnal, maybe like I may understand it.
Well, yeah,
but like,
and that's how it is in this game. As they were explaining it, it is like reading the text, and honestly, that's what I am doing. You'll probably be shocked because you know me. I am not a person that is into world building. I'm not a person that usually reads audio logs, but I am reading audio logs. I have been paying attention. I have been reading things. So I feel like I am picking up a little bit more. It's still confusing what's happening, but there are things going on.
Like, there are things that happen that, like, I understand from a presentation level what is happening. Okay, I get it. Some people are turning evil. I get it. They're, like, you are trying to find some loved one. The problem with this is I don't understand why or what the motive or what the drive is behind any of this. Like, what is the reason we are trying to find this woman in the first place? Okay, I get it. You love her. But, like, why? How did she end up where she is? Like, why? Like, they don't explain. There is no emotional investment, like, whatsoever. I'm not saying you have to make me cry. They don't do any sort of, at least through the cutscenes and some of the dialogue, they don't give you any backstory to who the main character is. Which, by the way, I will say, Rahul Kohli does a fantastic job, though. His performance is great.
I was going to say, he reminded me of someone for a minute. He doesn't sound like him, except some moments I genuinely thought, wow, he kind of acts like him. One of my second favorite voice actor, Ben Starr. There was moments where he would act, and I'd be like, wow, it kind of reminds me of him. And like he does I really like his acting. It's like his voice
it's very great.
It's very commanding.
Yep.
I like his acting.
He has a presence to him.
Yeah, he plays the character very well as like a commander type. Like, I am going to do what I want. I'll do what it takes, to get what I want.
To get in my way.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does great. Unfortunately, I just don't think they do much with his character for me to care. And it like the whole time, it's literally just, I have to reach her. I have to get there. And there is no like even when certain characters, like, I guess, die in a sense, he doesn't really react. Like, he's like, no, let's move on, let's go again. And I'm just like, okay. I can go way more into the story. Like, one of my favorite parts of Returnal's story was those house segments where you go into that house and, like, you have your, like, husband stalking you and everything. And you, like, slowly reveal details of how you ended up in this situation and, like, what's going on, and, like, past traumas. In this game, that house segment has been replaced by, like, entering into, like, a tree kind of
I call it the Great Deku Tree.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's go with that. But when you enter into the tree, it doesn't really tell, like, it doesn't further anything. Like, it just shows you, like, you're either in an apartment or you're in the streets of
Yeah.
New York or
Yeah.
somewhere, and you kind of just like find an object in your past, and then next thing you know, you're seeing the same little clips replayed all the time of them making love or something, him holding a gold medallion, his eyes turning gold or something. Like, it doesn't give backstory. It's like it's constantly just trying to like paint a picture of what's corrupting this area. It's not furthering the main character's arc, or it's not furthering the concept of why you're in a time loop, or like what your end goal is, or what happened to your wife in the first place. It's literally just like, it's just kind of to look cool or be cool in a sense. And I don't know, it just really didn't work for me, and to a point where, like, anytime one of those segments happened, like, I was not looking forward to it. I was wanting to get out of it and get back to that gameplay as fast as possible, which is not how I felt about Returnal, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like, I'm right there with you. Like, I get if you do not care about Returnal story, because there's barely one, like, if you take it at face value. But that is a game where I liked diving deeper into it and seeing like what more there was to it, because I found the concept in that world interesting. I just did not find that interesting in Saros.
Yeah, story is so subjective to everybody.
It is.
And this is what I blame. This was a hot take. I had prepared for a hot take thing, but I think PlayStation has ruined storytelling in video games. Everything has to be peak storytelling or it's garbage storytelling.
Yeah, honestly, kind of, yeah, to a certain degree.
If it's not Last of Us like storytelling, the story is terrible.
And then,
like,
here's what I'll say to finish off the story thing. This is why Saros is a confirmation for me of why I have always told people I think Returnal's story is not perfect, but like just the way I want it. Because we talk about it all the time. Gameplay, Returnal, Saros, no matter how you look at it, gameplay is the main focus, and that will always be Housemarque's primary focus. Literally in their studio, on their wall, it says gameplay first. It's awesome. They have this like big text. The reason Returnal's story is as amazing as I think it is because that's how they treat the game. Gameplay first. It does not need a great story. It does not need these massive cutscenes, or after every boss you need to have this go into this tree and do this thing. It treats it as if you want it, it is there, and it can get deep if you really get into it. But we are not gonna force these things upon. Literally, doing those house scenes in Returnal, you do not have to do those. They are not forced, and you actually get a little like second chance bonus if you do them. They almost use them as a gameplay feature, gameplay mechanic anyway, because you end up getting that little astronaut figure every time you do it, and then you get a second chance revive if you die. In Saros, it is literally like, we're gonna end your run right here, so you can go do this cutscene.
Yeah.
You don't get anything out of it other than more confusion, and then you have to restart your whole run. And so it reaches this point where it's like, I just don't want to do that story thing, because it doesn't give me anything. It doesn't give me anything. I don't care. And so that is why I think Returnal's story is perfect the way it is, because it does allow you to have that thing of, this game is entirely gameplay focused, because it is. Because in Saros, I can't say it is entirely gameplay. It is primarily gameplay focused, but there is a lot of cutscenes, and there are a lot of dialogue things and other things you have to do, and I just don't think it helps the game. I don't think it helps the game. I think having less of a story helps Returnal. I don't think having more of a story helps Saros. And so that for me is definitely my biggest critique. I have nitpicks about gameplay, and I know like you said you have like nitpicks, things you preferred in Returnal and all these things.
My thing about it is, I'm very mixed on this because I really don't want to judge it for this, but I really just can't get over it because I just don't think this game is as challenging as I want it to be. And yes, there are modifiers. I understand that, but I wish I didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
And I miss feeling like I can, because I never feel like I'm starting from zero because I'm keeping all of, like, most of the stuff I have, and then I use it towards my abilities. I think the shield is broken. I actually am
Yes.
going to
Oh
play
my
this game.
god.
Like, I'm gonna play this game again, and I'm not going to use the shield because I think, in my opinion, I think the shield ruins the game.
Unfortunately, you have
Because
to for certain attacks, unless you just want to take
yeah,
the hit. Like,
I mean, outside of like moments where I literally have to, I just think the shield kind of ruins ways because I think it's just overpowered. Not, I think being able to block attacks would be fine, but I think it's the idea of absorbing attacks and filling up a special meter that does so much damage is a little insane. Which I think there's a broken combination in the game, which is like a AR with, um, the whole point of it is like the more enemies you kill or whatever, it fills up your special meter faster, or your gauge, and
yeah.
so I like use the combination of absorbing things and killing more enemies, and I'm just constantly filling my gauge. I'm like, this is just so, it's just so easy, and I hate to be that guy, I really do. But I feel like this game doesn't feel as much like a roguelike
It
as,
doesn't. When you become
know.
good or have as good of a run, it doesn't feel earned as much.
Well, and honestly, I hate not being able to like, I don't feel like I have a reason to go back to the start, which I like about Returnal is you once you die, you have to go back to the start.
Yeah.
And every time I haven't been going back. I've just gone straight to where it is,
Yeah.
and I feel like that kind of, I think it's more fun reliving the beauty of the world or map that you're on, having to explore those more than once, seeing the different times it changes because these are procedurally generated. My other thing, and this is just from my little amount of time, environment wise, I don't feel like we're switching it up that much.
Yeah.
We're kind of in like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
We're
like,
in Destroyed Ruins green. Now we're in Destroyed Ruins white. It's like
it's kind of just kind of the same environment. Like, it's mostly same color palette, but like a little bit different in terms of like where we are.
Yeah.
Whereas like Returnal, you had like a desert looking place. You had a frozen ice snow looking place.
Yeah. Underwater.
So like yeah. I haven't finished it, so I can't really.
Here's
say
what I
too
will
much.
say. Here's what I will say. I think the second half is miles better than the first half.
I've heard
Because
the second half is
one of
like,
my biggest issues, and I was actually genuinely disappointed at this in first, and I still kind of am. I think Returnal's boss fights are amongst some of the best in the generation. Like, Returnal has insane boss fights.
Yeah.
I was not getting that at first from Saros. It was just like these big monsters in these like little rooms doing their like things.
Yeah.
Once you reach that halfway point, every boss afterwards is like like insanity.
Yeah.
And it's just
it
like,
really
okay,
feels like
here we
that.
go, here we go. And yeah, like, here's what I will say to your like difficulty thing. I do think it is a little bit too easy. There are difficulty spikes. There are moments where, like, you will be humbled in a sense. Where, like, oh, okay, never mind. I am not ready for that. And then that does force you to kind of go back to the start. And, like, because I did end up doing that towards my second half. I was, like, ended up, like, having to rerun through a lot of biomes to kind of build my level up higher. So by the time I got to that boss, I was a much higher level and had, like, more artifacts equipped and stuff. So,
oh my gosh, you just made me think about, that is something I actually like genuinely don't like, is you're on a great run and you're like, man, I really like this run, I could keep going. No, you got to progress through this story. You gotta
yes,
go back
oh
to
my
the main
gosh.
hub. You have to go back to the main hub, lose everything you worked for, and then go
Yep.
back to where it says to get a new ability and start.
Yep.
I personally don't like that.
No, I don't like
I'd
it either.
rather just,
Dude,
I'd
I'm
rather
telling you,
just keep
I
moving
had
across.
runs that in my head I'm thinking, bro, if you just let me go straight to the end of the game, I'm telling you I'm gonna win this game right now. Like, dude, like I had some runs that were crazy. And I agree with what you said earlier. This game does not feel as much of a roguelike to me as Returnal did. One of my other biggest problems with the gameplay, I feel like the weapons this time are not as interesting. And because ultimately what it came down to is for me, I found one weapon that I really, really liked, and I literally just ran that weapon the whole time. And I get it. I can switch to other weapons, but when I'm not seeing as much effectiveness or not doing as well with all the other weapons because I just don't think they're as interesting or useful, like I can't help that.
I think the guns I think the guns interest me more than Returnal, but I think the specials are nothing special. Like the special shots are like
okay, yes,
calling my name at the moment.
Yes,
like,
the ones where you hold down the
game.
left trigger and you use that like blue bar that you have. Yeah, I literally I stuck with that first one throughout the whole game. And that's honestly how I just felt about the whole weapons and everything. Like I found what I like and I just stuck with the whole thing. And I never felt like I really had to change or nothing that I equipped really changed that. And so it was kind of just like a like it ended up getting repetitive, and I get it. I can switch what weapons, but I'm not gonna force myself to just to have more variety in the game.
Well, yeah, you're gonna pick what you like, but
right.
like I was like that in Returnal. It's like I when I found a gun that I really enjoyed, I was like, I'm gonna stick with it.
See, now I was not like that.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what. This is something I really miss. It's a nitpick for me. It is, but God, I miss it. I miss the parasites. I miss the parasites so much.
Oh yes.
Like,
yeah.
Dude, I feel like I like I don't know, like I can't get any redemption on anything that happens to me if it's a negative effect. I miss like having like secret rooms for challenges. Like I miss that a lot. Even though it's just very tiny.
You know what I miss? Consumables. I miss consumables a lot. Like I like having to like build up a currency, and then you'll like reach a room where you can buy some consumables to help you out.
Well, yeah, because then it doesn't feel like you're stacking up all your money just to go back to the hub,
and then
just
that
put it all on.
That is a great segue into another thing. I don't mind the permanent progression, but I do not think it's as good as it could be. Because ultimately what ends up happening is, like you said, you spend like a good hour on a run, you bulk up like 30,000 coins or leucinite, and then you literally can just like upgrade 25 different things.
Yeah, bro. This is me when I get back to the hub.
Yeah, literally. And like I get it, it's making you stronger, it's getting you better. But like none of the permanent upgrades like change the way you play the game or anything. Like there is a couple in there, but like it really is just like +1 to this, +1 to that, +1 to this. More aether.
I think it's also just because like you get so much money. It's like there's no reason to think. I don't even read the stuff anymore. I just upgrade it because I have so much.
Yeah,
And
it sucks because I feel like I'm hating on the game a lot, and
no, you're being completely honest, and that you're honest. You're talking about what you like and what because I know this is a spiritual successor, and it feels more like a sequel. It really does.
Yeah,
but you still have to look at a game that this company or the studio has made, and it's like, hey. Returnal is still, your favorite game made by this studio, and it's like, this is just how you feel about the next product from Housemarque.
Yeah, it generally is, and like, and I want to clarify, and we'll move on after this. Like, I forgot what I was gonna say, to be honest with you. No,
Beautiful.
like I love this game's visuals. I love this game's audio design, and yes, while I'm playing it, I am having so much fun. But at the end of the day, if it wasn't for the amount of fun that I had playing this game, I would not like it as much as I do. And I think that's just goes to show you, like, I think they took step backwards in a lot of directions for me personally. And I don't know. It's a really tough one because I do love this game still. Like, I still do love the game, and I will continue to play it, and I'll probably replay it a few times. But did it live up to my hype? No. That's the unfortunate part. I don't think it lived up to my hype. And
it is what it is, man. It happens all the, stuff like this happens. It's video games are. I tell you one thing when it comes to this industry is expectations are, dude. I feel bad for every game developer that creates a spiritual successor, a sequel, a new game, because the bar is so high. The bar is everything has to be like impeccable, a 10 out of 10. And it's not easy. It's one thing you may not enjoy, and it's like, hey, it's just not gonna be. Like I said with review scores and stuff, really quickly, there are games that people love. Give 10 out of 10. Breath of the Wild. I don't really like it. It's like a 6 or 7 for me.
I mean,
I don't care.
Me with Mixtape, literally, like I like it. Like, I honestly, I would say I love it, actually. But I'm not giving it a 10 though. To me, it's not hitting on that 10 level. But I understand why. Like, I understand why, and I don't blame anybody for doing it. It's literally a personal preference. Because the problem is, and this is what everyone needs to understand, we're not critics. We're fans. And we're gonna judge it as a fan of these things, and as a fan of Returnal.
Why I gave Tomodachi Life a 10.
Exactly, and as a fan of roguelikes, as a fan of Returnal, as a fan of Housemarque, to me, this is an 8 out of 10 game. I think it's great because I think the gameplay is still outstanding, even for the things that I wish were different or the things I liked about Returnal more. It's still amazing. The visuals are amazing. The audio is amazing. The story, I think, is mid. I think there are cool things about it, but I don't think there's. I just don't feel like there's any substance to it, really. Raul Coley's performance is great.
Did you recognize what's her name?
Yes, Celine. Yes, Celine's
Celine
actress.
And Natiri, is that her name? The black girl.
Natia, I think.
Do you know who voice acts her?
Golly, is it Saga Anderson from Alan Wake 2?
No, it's Hazel from South of Midnight.
Really?
Yes. Did you not hear it? I heard it, and I knew it was her.
I did not know that.
I knew it.
I did not know that.
No, when I heard her talk, I heard Celine, and I said, I think that's Celine, and then Rahul Kohli, and then I heard her, and I said, that is Hazel from South of Midnight. I looked it up, and it was.
Is
her,
what I said just racist?
Wait, what? Moving on.
Look.
I
honestly didn't.
No, it was not.
Didn't pay much attention, so I thought that's why you were bringing it up, because I'm like, is that Saga? Like, I don't know.
No, I'll be honest, bro. I'm in my voice acting bag. I feel like I'm just starting to recognize voice actors more and more. So I'm getting to that point where I'm like looking up like who plays who.
But that's another thing. I think like there needs to be a more deliberate discussion, because like, yes, there are voice actors, but then there are also just actors, because like Raul Coley's like mocap and everything is fantastic as well. Like just his body language and stuff like that, like, is great. But anyway,
yeah, we'll hope to definitely get that, especially for like the Game Awards. But okay, we probably need to move on here.
Sorry, y'all.
So, all right, I'm gonna introduce this next topic.
Go for it.
The big topic of the day. We're gonna talk about, of course, the game first before we talk about the unfortunate news. But things happen where we're going in life. Let's talk about it, baby. Starfox 64 remake. So we have the reaction up on YouTube. We would have had it even earlier, but
Man, I
I
had it up
kind
like
of
an
didn't
hour
think.
afterwards and then it got blocked,
Yeah.
bro. Tough.
I kind of didn't think about it, but Nintendo is a very smart company for putting a movie clip that was just gonna get every video blocked. So I found out about that. People, a Twitter account, Games Cage, I follow, talked about how his video he had to, get rid of the movie clip and you'll be fine. So anytime there's a movie clip ever, we will make sure those are gone because we need those to put up. So we have that reaction up. Basically, easiest way to say it, this was random. Like yesterday at, I'd say like 4:45 or something, they were just like, yo, Starfox Direct, Miyamoto's there, show up in like 10 minutes. And like, I screamed, what? And my girlfriend was, like, doing her hair and stuff, like taking a shower and just doing all that stuff. And she had heard me and she was like, "Are you good?" I'm like, "Honey, they just announced a Star Fox Direct. Like, I have wanted a Star Fox game for so long. Like, it is ridiculous because as people know me, especially John, I am at this point where I love companies because of the variety and the quality of games that they give me. Um, and that's why I love companies like Sega and Nintendo right now because Sega has promised so many IPs to come back. They have variety coming. They have the quality to stand on, and I think Nintendo is currently on that run too. And as someone who mains and co-mains, who plays Smash Ultimate competitively, who my number one character I've always used in tournament, who is my main character, is Wolf, and my co-main has been Star Fox. I love Star Fox, and to see this direct happen makes me so excited that we are getting a Star Fox game. I don't care. Stay mad. It's a remake. I don't care. We're getting Star Fox. We're actually getting something that is different. I don't want the same thing. If for any of you that want Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, fantastic. I'm glad you have it. Can we have some variety, please? Can we have something that we're not usually going to get? I am really happy. My hype levels for this have gone up ever since watching it a couple more times now. Which we can get into how we feel about the trailer just a little bit. If you want to see, mostly we have our reactions. Um, this trailer and the game has grown on me a lot more. I am not against the art style as much as other people are. I was a little like iffy on it, which I still am to some character designs. I think there are some characters where I'm like, "Oh, this just looks kind of rough." But I do like a good chunk of the designs and I don't think they look that bad. Um I mean, besides that, which I don't really want to talk about too much, just because, like, I'm just so excited to have Star Fox again. Like, Star Fox 64 is a special N64 game that I haven't played. I played the 3DS version, and it is a special game. It is very simple, but what makes it special is the music, the space, shooting, gameplay, the rail shooter, um, like I said, music, the visuals for this look fantastic. I think this is a great example of what the Switch 2 is going to be able to do. Like, this is reminding me of, visuals that we got in like a Pikmin 4. Like, because I think Pikmin 4 looks very good for what it is nowadays. In terms of its environments and what it looks like. Um I Dude, I'm super excited for this game. Like, I already pre-ordered it. It's already ready to go. Dude, I'm super excited. I'm curious, like, has anything changed for you? Have you had a little bit more time to think about it? um I'm just curious, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm right there with you. I am very
Mm,
happy that Starfox is back and that they're doing things with like their more unknown or not unknown but like dead franchises pretty much, or just franchises
yeah.
that don't get the spotlight as much, and yeah. Man, I'm not gonna lie with you.
Mm,
As time has gone on, as I've also rewatched it
mm-hmm.
and thought about it more, yeah, I'm kind of the opposite of you, unfortunately. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I like to me this is a big let down a little bit. Um, I wish the game the best, and I hope it does well, and I hope like for you Star Fox fans, like it, I hope you enjoy it and all that. For me, I just don't really think it looks that interesting. I just don't really think it looks that interesting, and like the art style, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. But why is it the way it is? Like, you have so many amazing other versions of these Star Fox characters, and you decided to go this route. Like, why?
There's so many things I want to say because I've argued this because when I love something I argue and I don't want to do it because it's gonna get me on a rant and I really don't want to, but it I have come to the conclusion that I hate Nintendo fans. I don't hate them. I very much dislike them. They are, I think, recently worse than PlayStation fans because I think the reason this game looks the way it is because they wanted to showcase the Switch 2. I think when you look at anthropomorphic characters and where we're going, a lot of characters are kind of there's a lot of games that are going for this kind of look now. Uh, I think I think there's also some stylistic choices here. Like this is a remake of Star Fox 64, and if you look at the Star Fox 64 characters, they are more puppet-like. And I think in some way they tried making it look like them, but of course they said they wanted to make it more realistic. But also we have Nintendo fans who complain that they want better graphics for games. Even though what makes Nintendo beautiful is their art styles. It's not about this is what I've always said about the Switch 2 and I said it before it came out. The Switch 2 is not going to have better graphics because it's not about graphics. It's about the art style. 80% of their games
Performance.
are literally it's animated. It's by, it's not it's not like a Nintendo game. 80% of Nintendo games are not going to look like God of War. It's not supposed to
Yeah.
look realistic. That's what makes their characters so special. But all of a sudden, when they try to go realistic, let's throw a big hissy fit. Yes, it doesn't look the best. I understand. It's not the best we've ever seen. But don't ask for a realistic art style from Nintendo and then when they give it to you, be like, oh my god, I can't believe they gave us a realistic art style. It's insane. Like, that's why I'm a little annoyed because I know people have asked for this. I know people have asked for them to go to this more. And yes, they probably shouldn't have chose Star Fox to do this. They could have chose Xenoblade because Xenoblade is
Yeah.
like the most realistic one that we could go down. Um, Man, I'm going to bat for this game. I've been arguing so much about this game because I want this game to succeed. I so bad because Star Fox as a franchise is one of the coolest franchises Nintendo has. It's it is a franchise that just should have more than what it does. It deserves more recognition. It deserves more praise. It deserves, in my opinion, the world. It's like how you feel about Metroid. And I agree with you. Metroid deserves all the praise in the world. Metroid is a franchise that deserves 10 million units sold and like on just a single game. And I believe that in a Star Fox game. I think Star Fox, if we could develop this franchise more and build it out, I would love to see it get to that type of level. And I think you can with any IP as long as you're willing to put effort into it and really really develop and push this thing further. But I'm happy
See,
that we're getting a
and
remake
then
because
yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever get another Star Fox game because I know they don't have confidence in it because they haven't sold well.
Yeah,
So.
I think that also just kind of bums me out a little bit. Like the fact that it is a remake, like I get it, I get why you do that,
Yeah,
but
but
like, and I've heard from like everybody like this has happened like 4 times already.
that's bull. That's cap. That's P. So I don't know the timeline. There is one remake of it's not even technically fully a remake. It's a remastered port on the 3DS. There really is not a remake if we're being dead honest. Like it is mostly games that are inspired by Star Fox 64. It takes inspiration from it but still builds out its own thing entirely. There's not really definitively the only one you could say is Star Fox 64 3D, which is a more of a port remaster, but you could say a remake. So that's ridiculous. That I think that take is so stupid.
Um,
Um,
yeah, I like. I don't
but
know.
also I don't blame them for going this route. Star Fox 64 is the peak of
Yeah,
this franchise.
yeah, I've heard that. So
You know,
yeah,
like, and I mean, Star Fox Zero didn't do good, even though it looked visually pleasing. It wasn't good. I never played it, so I can't say anything. But all of a sudden, people want to come out the woodwork saying it was a good game. Like, okay, you and less than 1 million units sold that played it. I'm sure y'all are definitely telling the truth that you love that game.
yeah.
Um,
I
dude, I'm at people's throats, bro. I love the stuff I love, and I don't, dude. I want this to do so well. I just need it. I think it will do it. I think it's gonna get 1 million at least. I need it to at least sell 1 million. That's all I need because I think that I think it's gonna do it.
it might it
I think
might
it's got it
it might.
because there are other games that Nintendo has sold that have made that. I'm like, eh, it, I think it's got it, especially with the price tag it's got. I mean, I think 50 digitally and 60 physically isn't that bad. Like I think it's a fair price to ask for.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Look.
I'm sorry, I'm very passionate
No,
about
I
Star
get it.
Fox.
I get
Like
it. No, I get
incredibly.
it. I get it. But I also, and this is not me talking directly. This is me talking to the viewers and whatever.
Yeah.
Um, I like unfortunately like I do take a more realistic approach, kind of to a certain degree. I also don't really have an attachment to Star Fox. To me, this whole announcement and just everything leading up to it, and after seeing the game, and to me, it's kind of just a nothing burger. I'll be honest. Like, unfortunately, that is kind of how I feel about it. Like, I hope y'all enjoy it. I personally probably will not be playing it.
I
And
mean that's
but
that's
I
fine, man.
hope like y'all enjoy it, and I hope it does sell like a million even more if it can. And I hope that Star Fox continues. I just personally don't think this was the right. I just don't think this really is that exciting of a thing outside of the fact that yes, it is Star Fox is back, and that is great.
Well, yeah, but it's just I think as well is like I said, the bar is so high. Every game needs to be one of the greatest things ever, and I feel like the problem is with Nintendo is that we're seeing is they're smaller games. You know when they're smaller, and that's the issue. Is everybody wants the same crap, and that's why I get so angry and I rant. I don't want just Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon. If you're only there for those 3 games, you're just a fan of those franchises. You're like I want to say it, but I'm not going to. I've had so many arguments because I love Nintendo. I love franchises. I love companies that have variety. I would not be a big Nintendo fan if all I wanted was their big 3. I would probably not play that many Nintendo games because Pokemon doesn't interest me much anymore. Zelda kind of interests me at times. I love Mario. If they only came out with those 3, I'd probably only be playing Mario again.
Yep.
I like variety. I like cool things. I like cool, different, interesting, and unique ideas. That's why I don't like Ubisoft. Ubisoft only has Assassin's Creed. What else is there to be excited for?
And luckily, in my opinion, Nintendo does have variety. Like,
I'm sorry. This has been in my vicinity for so long.
see, but
'Cause
I
I have so many people argue with me like the quality. I'm like, not every game has to be a 10 out of 10.
I agree with that. And I completely agree with your whole thing. Like, I also, I don't know. I'm kind of on both sides. I'm with you. Like, oh, my headphones just hang on. Let me plug them in real quick. Hang on. Don't want to lose my train of thought. I don't know if they were even able to hear you. I'll be honest, because my headphones.
Creating IP.
Okay, we're back. We're back.
I'm not sure. But what I was saying really quickly also is just like, I hate companies creating IP just to let it die. I think that's one of the stupidest things ever. Like, I mean, everything's gonna die eventually, but if it can live on and you can come up with ideas, just like, come on.
Okay, so here's what I was gonna say. I agree with your point. Like, I do kind of find it annoying, like, especially when certain companies, especially when they do have so much variety, like their entire fan base only asks for like a specific few things,
and then they claim they have no games.
Yeah, that is annoying. At the same time,
they have no games that you're not interested in.
Right. Well, yes, but at the same time though, like. And I understand you are passionate about this, and you feel it. At the same time, though, I would be fake if I came on this podcast called Play Your Way, that we support playing whatever you want to play, and you like what you like, and those are the things you like, more power to you. But at the same time, then, don't be going to public spaces and everything, like championing that Nintendo doesn't do variety. Play what you want. But let's not make a big deal out of it, or let's not like make it like it's some objective agenda point of view thing that you have about something. Because what you're saying is you have a preference, you have something that you want to stick to, so stick to it. That's fine. Leave everyone else out of it, though. You know what I mean?
And I never make fun. It's just because it started in like a Discord server. I was just talking about my feelings. This one guy was just like, dude, oh my god, more slop, Nintendo slop. They just keep producing slop. They just keep putting out games that are worse than the others. I'm like, bro, oh my gosh, dude. You just can't enjoy video games anymore. Everything has to be so unique and different. It can't anywhat be the same. Like, this is the same guy that said Expedition 33 was slop. I was like, okay, bro, like, you just hate video games.
And then to kind of go back to Starfox a little bit, and again, this is just my point of view. Like, I am a Nintendo fan where, yes, I may not be the biggest fan of like Zelda or honestly, that's probably their only franchise I'm like not truly a huge fan of in a way. But like I love Mario games. I love Pokemon games. I love Metroid. I've enjoyed like Yoshi games. I've enjoyed like I enjoyed Donkey Kong for what it was. I've enjoyed Xenoblade. I love Smash. Like I love a lot of like I'm super hyped for Rhythm Heaven coming out here soon. Like I am I do like the variety that Nintendo has to offer. And unfortunately, that is probably why I feel the way I do about Starfox. Because I'm with you. I argue, I think Nintendo's been doing a fantastic job bringing back IP and doing variety. The things that they've been doing with Metroid, they brought that franchise back from the grave, and we've gotten 2 games since. The things that they do with Xenoblade, the fact they're bringing back Rhythm Heaven, Tomodachi Life, for example, just happened. Yeah. The fact that we are still getting a Yoshi game, like. All the WarioWare came back. They got like 2 games in 2 years. Like I think Nintendo has done a great job with the variety and bringing back IP. And I think that's probably why I feel the way I do about Star Fox, because I just don't feel like this is a return that is necessarily like super exciting. Yeah. It's just a remake, and the visuals are whatever in my opinion. And so like to me, it's like I love that they're bringing back franchises and that they are doing variety. To me, this one just didn't really hit.
I mean, I get what you mean. I mean, and I respect your opinion. This is something I've always told people is like, I may disagree with you and I'll debate with you, but I'm not going to say your feelings are wrong or
It also
you're
depends if
stupid
you just
for
have valid
feeling
valid
that.
explanations. Like
Well,
if you're just
yeah,
going around the place being like, it looks garbage, then like, okay, you know what I mean. But
well,
like,
I mean, like
if you
even
have
if you
valid
said that,
reasons,
like, it's fine. You can have that opinion.
right?
Like, I don't care. Like, people like games that I don't like. That's okay. You're
Yeah.
allowed to like what you like. I'm never going to judge you for that. I may debate and make a joke, be like, man, that's, ugh. But like, I don't. I just think the art style is what bothers a lot of people, and it kind of bothers me too. I think environmentally, I think it
Environment,
looks.
it looks, yeah, environmentally
For a
it looks cool.
Switch 2 game,
Yeah,
I think it looks pretty
yeah, it
good.
looks cool.
Um,
I think they did themselves
I'm
a
excited.
disservice playing the movie clip before showing the game because like
Yeah.
you see Starfox in that movie and you're like, dude, he looks great. Animations are great. Like, man, he's so fun.
See,
And then you
but
see the game and you're like, it is not the same Starfox.
that's why I'm hoping. So I'm hoping this does good because I think if this doesn't do good, I think we'll never ever get a Star Fox game
Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
Because
I do worry about that.
Nintendo just doesn't have they don't have hope in a new game, and I don't blame them because Star Fox's quality is the equivalent, and I'm going to say this with all respect, but everyone can probably agree with this. Star Fox has the reputation of the 3D Sonic the Hedgehog games. The bar is like up here, and then it just goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like we've just been going straight down.
Yeah.
So I think playing it safe with a
but hey-
remake is like, okay.
But hey, all that being said, even though I'm not really the most excited side for it, I do wish it the best, and I hope Star Fox fans enjoy it. And maybe I will play it eventually, like if it goes on sale, or maybe if I just borrow your copy, because like I do believe it's a good game. Like I'm not saying I think it's gonna be bad or anything. I personally, it's just not like it's not making me want to pay to play
No,
it.
and that's fine.
Yeah.
Like that's completely okay. It's like it's gonna be like that for people. It's like things are meant for others, things are not. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we saw Nintendo's financial reports today, and Tomodachi Life is already probably within less than a year gonna outsell its lifetime copies on the 3DS.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already
And
sold.
that's great.
I think it was like 4 million or like
And also, I will
3
say this. I know we had this conversation a couple podcasts ago, but I'd like to bring it back up real quick. I think Nintendo is having themselves a great 2026. Like,
Oh yeah,
I think
100%.
their lineup is great. I think their games are hitting like to the way that they want. So
I want to see how June really lines up because I think the direct is going to confirm a couple things, especially if that Ocarina remake is real. But Pocopia is a smash hit.
yeah,
I mean, I expect Fire Emblem to be
Yeah,
really
that'll be
good
good.
because it's either a prequel sequel to Fire Emblem Three Houses, which is like debatably the most
Yeah.
loved Fire Emblem. So I expect that to do really good, and then especially if we get an Ocarina remake. I don't know if we'll get Mario.
this is for sure
I'm
going to be
not
a 2-hour
expecting it.
podcast for everybody. It might even be longer.
Yeah.
But we haven't had one in 2 weeks, so we're making up for it. You know. I'm gonna.
It is
make
what
an
it is,
excuse right
man.
here. Yes, I'm making excuses. Whatever.
So yeah, now with that being said, that now brings us to the unfortunate news that has happened to everybody. Nintendo has finally had to raise the price of the Nintendo Switch 2.
Gaming is over. No, I'm just.
The good news is it's not by $100 like PlayStation and Xbox. And it is starting on September 1st. Nintendo Switch 2 globally in all regions of the world will increase. Conversion rate. I can't really give you off.
USD
right now.
wise, $50.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
$50.
actually smart. That's actually really smart compared to all the other companies. Are like prices are increasing effective immediately. Nintendo's like prices aren't going to be increasing this day. So if you want to get it at the current price, get it.
You've got 4
before then,
months.
which is going to increase their sales for the consoles a lot because now everyone's gonna be like, well, we better get it before the price increases.
Well, yeah,
that's a really smart thing to do, actually.
Yeah. I mean, they've got till September 1st.
Yeah, it's very
on
smart.
September 1st, effective immediately, Nintendo Switch 2 consoles in the US will go from $450 to $499, being that $500 mark. You hate to see it, But we saw this coming with tariffs, with AI data centers. I mean, Microsoft and PlayStation and like they had Sony, they had to do it, and eventually Nintendo was gonna have to. But I will say I don't think $500 for a Switch 2 is that bad.
Nah.
It really it's
fine.
still much cheaper than their competitors. You've got till September to get it at that 450 mark. And also, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to take this trade, and I think Nintendo was a little greedy, and I think we can all agree with this. And I have a lot of faith now in Nintendo in not doing this again. I think we all know when Nintendo first released this thing, they got real greedy. They made Mario Kart World $80. And people voted with their wallets. We look at the sales of the games that have come out. Mario Kart World has not sold a lot without the bundle.
Yeah.
I don't think they're ever doing an $80 game ever again. Unless it's Smash Brothers. That is the only thing I could ever see them charging $80 for.
I could see Pokemon,
Because
unfortunately.
I don't. That's ridiculous.
No, you know what? No, whatever the next mainline Zelda is, probably will be.
They need to stick to 70. Nobody wants $80. It's just not gonna sell. Like Mario Kart couldn't sell at an $80 price tag.
Yeah.
Like it's not feasible in my opinion. Like but I feel bad for Nintendo because I know they didn't want to raise the price. That was like the one thing about the console. They did not want to raise the price. They wanted to keep it at a more affordable rate. But I would argue for anyone that's a hardcore gamer or a hardcore Nintendo gamer, you're probably going to buy a lot of the games that they're putting out anyways. The games were really expensive. If you look at the financial report, Pocopia is doing very well, already 4 million copies sold. Donkey Kong Bonanza is somewhere around there. I think it's around like 5 million, something like that.
Really? I thought it was like 3 million. I thought it was like on the lower end of the spectrum, to be honest.
No, it's a little bit higher than that, I think. Okay. I definitely know it's at like 4 something.
Oh yeah, 4.5.
Yes, so pretty like getting up there.
Kirby Air Riders with almost 2 million. That's pretty good.
Yeah. But the only thing is it only sold like 110,000 copies. But I mean that's fine. Like that's nothing too much to scratch at. But the things that worry me is Metroid Prime 4 not selling 1 million on either consoles is kind of concerning, and I really hope we get Prime 5. I hope they take the lessons learned here and just realize, hey, maybe we shouldn't shove Breath of the Wild stuff into Metroid, because I understand Breath of the Wild was one of the biggest, most influential games of all time, but shoving like these temple things with a open world area that just doesn't do anything just makes the game worse. And then another game I'm not shocked didn't do as well and hasn't sold over 1 million copies, which I don't blame them. I think it's ridiculous. Is Mario Tennis?
It's the price tag.
$70 for Mario Tennis is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, that should be a $50 game. Like if they were smart, it should be a $50 game.
But no, John, it's Mario.
Yeah,
it's Mario. It's got to be $70.
Hey, Fire Red Leaf Green also had 4 million copies. Bro, literally just port all the Pokemon games. You're getting bank every time you port a Pokemon game. Like,
John, I know this is a valid criticism that we always talk about, how we hate how Nintendo puts out ports and prices them where they're at.
Yeah.
Like Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 being 70.
Yeah.
But look at wow, it sells 4 million copies sold for 2 games that came out in 2007 and 2010.
So like it says Fire Red Leaf Green and Pocopia both sold over 4 million. So it might be even more than just 4 million.
I think that's only counting physical. No,
it's
I can't remember how they do it.
It's just all.
It's
cumulative. If you look at that. Pokemon, both Pokemon games combined, Pokemon's almost sold 10 million copies just in the first half of the year already.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, I don't even.
and it's not even a
want
mainline game. It's just a port and a weird spinoff.
Yeah. I don't even
crazy.
want to know what Winds and Waves is
Oh my
gonna
god.
do.
Yeah, it's gonna. Dude, as of right now, dude, I think Winds of Wave could outsell Mario Kart World at the moment.
I mean, if they put it at a price tag, that
Scarlet
makes
and Violet
sense,
sold
yeah.
8 million in its first week.
Yeah.
Like, that's, I don't know, that's kind of crazy. But
Yeah.
here's what I'll say. To the price increase, what I'm seeing, which is what I would echo, like, I don't really think this is much of a Nintendo problem as it is just a economic, like, global,
Oh, yeah.
Industry problem. Like, this is not like Nintendo being the bad guy. Like, this is just Nintendo has to do what everyone else is doing, unfortunately. So I don't really hold it against them at all.
Yeah,
I know
I don't either.
some people look at me like, man, you shouldn't raise the price, Nintendo. It's like,
Well, yeah, because console warriors,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they don't care. They're just console warriors, and like I wish I would have stayed at the beginning, and I want to put the beginning of every podcast. Play what you play, love what you want. I have all 3 consoles. I have a PC. I have it all. I don't care. I hate console wars. I like competition. That's it. I don't like wars. I like competition.
I will
It
say,
keeps people in check, and it makes them create better products. You know.
um, actually, even if you include Pokemon Legends E3A, that also almost sold for 4 million too. So God, Pokemon just is money making machine.
Yeah. I'm just glad they're doing variable pricing. I'm
Yeah,
glad
I
they're.
agree.
I feel like they're no longer. I think they're actually realistic and they're not being greedy anymore. I think they're actually realizing like, hey, people are gonna vote with their wallets. Like $70 for Mario Tennis is ridiculous.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
what are we doing?
I agree with you. All right. So, you know, it's so funny. We're about to have a complete opposite. Like we're about to flip the script because like in Starfox, you are very excited. And you're very passionate about it, and it's
Yeah.
a remake. Now we're gonna flip, and I personally am not interested, and I don't really care
Yeah.
all that much. Now we're gonna flip our roles here because now we're gonna go to Assassin's Creed for Black Flag Resynced, which I am very excited about. Austin is not, and so
And I want people to know this. I hope that game is great. I just
this
I
is
just
literally
don't
just
like
Starfox
Ubisoft.
over again.
I just don't like Ubisoft anymore. I'm so disappointed
Anymore,
in
you
them.
never did.
No. Okay, buddy. There was a time when Ubisoft was actually good and had stuff to be interested in and had a lot of games to really like. But now all of them get canceled.
And when was that?
What? When we had
Because
No,
one game
hold-
coming out
hold-
does not
hold-
make a whole company good.
Hold on, man. Remember, I feel like Far Cry used to be relevant. We ain't
played
never
that?
get another Mario Rabbids game. But like back then there was things that were talked about. There were things to actually be interested in. Did I play them? No, maybe not. But it's dude, I don't know. I think after Assassin's Creed Shadows, I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm disappointed in Ubisoft, man. It feels like all they're putting out is AC, and I'm sorry if you're only gonna put out one thing. I'm just not interested. Like I don't want to. I don't know. And also, it's pirates. You know how I feel about pirates. I don't know what it is. Pirate games just don't. And yes, I like Yakuza Pirate. In Hawaii. I'm a hypocrite. It's Yakuza. That's the only reason I really like it.
Yeah.
But you talk about it because I will say it looks very good. It looks very good.
Yes, and that is I you know what's funny is because like I know people like in all my like Bible studies and just friend groups that like play video games but aren't like near like me or you to a sense like follow everything. But like man, the amount of conversations that I've had about this Black Flag remake is kind of crazy. Like in the last 2 weeks, I've had about 6 conversations with 6 different people. Like, yo, did you see the Black Flag remake? And I'm like, actually, I did. And it's so funny because like, and we talked about this probably like the last podcast where by then it was like just a rumor. Like it was like, all right, we're probably gonna get it next week. Well, whatever. And like I was excited for it because I love Black Flag. I think it's a great game. I mean, it's the best Assassin's Creed game, and all that. But I wasn't like hyped for it. Like I wasn't like, yeah, like I'll buy it, I'll play it, but like like whatever. Like it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But what I will say is they are doing a great job with this remake. It genuinely surprised me. Like, I don't just think it'll be a fine remake. I genuinely think it will be a good remake. Like, I think they are updating the gameplay, and they are adding new content, and they are upgrading the visuals to a level that I genuinely think is going to make it a better game. And that's crazy to say because I already think it's the best Assassin's Creed game. And I have seen so much hype. And, like, let me tell you, those 6 conversations I've had with all these people, they are over the moon. They're like, dude, I can't believe how good it looks. And I'm like, I was the same way. Like, I thought it would look good. I thought it would look like Shadows to a certain degree. I thought it would, get a little spliced up. But I've genuinely been impressed with what they have been showing. I think they're making all the right decisions. I think the pricing is great. I think I just think the new content that they're adding is good because they're not changing the main story or they're not changing key things about it, but they're adding extra stuff with some side characters that we never got expanded. And they're adding new weapons, they're adding new ship upgrades, all these things where they're not changing the game, they're literally just adding to it. They are making a better game. And when you look at the visuals and when you look at the music, how they're reorchestrating the game as well, I'm just like, yo, they're actually like it. To me, it feels like they are actually trying. Like they are actually putting effort into a game for once, which I haven't felt about Ubisoft since Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, and that was like a one in a dozen game. Like I genuinely think they are cooking with this game, and it shows because when this game was announced for a good like 5 days, it was the talk of town. There was a lot of talk, a lot of hype buzzing around it. It's gained some momentum, and through just like we've talked about, the casual audience, the casual market of gaming is what dominates. And when I'm just walking around doing my everyday life and I run into 6 separate people all raving about how good this remake looks, it's going to do well. It is going to do well, and I'm glad it's going to do well. I wish Ubisoft could learn from it, be like, hey, make the games people actually want. Man, we've been saying, if you're gonna make an Assassin's Creed game, if you're gonna make a remake, do the right ones. And guess what? People will be hyped. People will buy the game, and it will do well. And I think that's what's gonna happen with Assassin's Creed. And so hopefully they learn from it. They probably won't, but that's okay.
You know what they'll learn? They'll learn to keep making more Assassin's Creed games.
Yep. That unfortunately that is the case. And I am personally really excited for this actually now. Like, yeah. While I was watching the trailer, and that's how you know it's gonna be a good remake. Because while I was watching the trailer, like, man, I just started getting all these flashbacks to like playing the game for the first time, and I'm like, whoa, look at that town. I remember walking through that town for the first time, and I started thinking of that thing that me and Jordan talked about a while ago, and I think you were part of it. It's like, what's a game that you played in your childhood that could get a remake that would like hit you on the level of like, wow, I can't believe it looks like this now. Assassin's Creed 4 maybe doesn't hit to that level like FF7 does, but like it does hit to that point where like, man, I remember doing that, and now it looks even better. Like it looks great. Like, man, I remember having that conversation with that person. I remember playing this mission. I'm like, yo, that's going to be crazy to see what they do with the new visuals and the upgrades and things like that. So, like, I genuinely am excited for it, and I didn't think I would be as excited for it, but it generally comes down to when you make a good product, it speaks for itself, and I think that's what's happening with Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
I don't think I ever answered that quick because I feel like all my games just don't need one, and I don't think I could like genuinely think of one that like how I could visualize it.
I mean, like for you, it'd probably be like if they made Mario Galaxy with current Mario visuals.
But like
probably,
I'd want a Galaxy 3.
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
know
want a
exactly.
remake.
Exactly.
Um
But yeah, so very excited for that. Big props to Ubisoft. Thank you for doing the right thing for once. And yeah, play it if you haven't, because it's a banger. It's absolute banger.
I mean, like I hope that I hope it does really good. I hope that game's very good. I hope Ubisoft has a success there, regardless if I'm just personally I'm just not happy with them as a company. It happens with a lot of people. I mean, Moist Critical feels this way with Nintendo. He doesn't play Nintendo games or support them because he doesn't like them as a company. It's like, it's fine. Like, I still hope they find success with this. They need it. They really badly need it. So I hope they do well with this. I hope it doesn't have a lot of issues, and I hope for the best for Ubisoft with this game. So good luck to this team.
Yep. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Mm-hmm.
We're good.
Okay. So, what next?
I have no idea. Let's.
Do you want to talk about Xbox or PlayStation?
Yeah, we can.
I feel like we should talk about PlayStation because
Go for it. I feel like we talk about Xbox every week. So.
Yeah, we do. So to put into basic terms, with Xbox is there's more revision coming, which we know Asha's making a ton of changes. Now PlayStation today, as well as Nintendo, came out with their financial reports. I'm gonna be honest with you, John, and I want every company to succeed. Like, I want every publisher to succeed, because the more good games we get, the better it is for consumers. Like, the more good games, the happier I am, because I want people to be happy with more games to play. I'm really worried about Sony right now. Like, I'm really concerned about like where Sony is going, because I feel like everything that they've been talking about recently. I saw a tweet that I low-key agree with for these the last month. And someone tweeted, or it might have been on Kinda Funny's, I think it was a tweet actually. It was like, "Yo, did someone did Microsoft like hand over, like, did Sony borrow like Xbox's rake? Like, did they borrow it? Cuz it has felt like nothing but like negative and really not great news on like what's going on, except for like one game release that we had being like Saros this year. Like, I feel like Sony this year has not started off on like a great foot besides the release of Saros.
I mean, Bungie kind of did better than expected.
Yeah, but
Bungie Marathon, sorry.
What was it? 7? No, I'm gonna say the one I do know. A $500 million loss.
Oh yeah.
On buying Bungie. Like, I can tell you now, but Marathon's getting shut down. At least by the end of the year. I don't see a world where that game.
No, I don't think so. No, because that loss is not just due to Marathon. That's because of Destiny 2 and the live service commitments that Bungie has done. And the fact that Bungie was helping with Last of Us factions and that got canned. So that loss is not due to just Marathon.
Well, yeah, no. I know what you mean, but I'm just saying I don't know how Marathon lives. I don't, because Sony has shown they're willing to just get rid of stuff if it doesn't work. And I'll be honest with you, and I'm gonna tell you why. I wasn't gonna go into that into the beginning, because the financial reports came out. They're not that bad. They're still positive in a lot of ways, but the sales of like selling PS5s are not as high as they want. They expect PS5 to not sell a lot next year at all, or at least for the physical year. They talk about the PlayStation 6, which we don't need a PlayStation 6 right now. We don't. I am of the believer that we don't need new consoles at this rate, especially where we are going. I understand why they want to, but things need to be affordable. Everything's getting expensive. Gas is going up. Groceries are going
Oh,
up.
I filled up my gas today. Oh,
Like,
oh my god!
everything
About
is
fainted.
everything's going up in price, and it's like we can only afford so much stuff. And I say this because I care. Like I say, I care about all these companies. I truly do, and I'm going to criticize companies.
Not all
when
the
it comes to
companies.
these.
You don't care about Ubisoft.
No,
We
I
already
want them to
established
do good. I want Ubisoft. I want them to do good.
See,
Do I have hope in them?
see, I don't
No,
know.
They haven't given me hope.
See, I don't know if you should say that though. Is the problem? Because if you want them to do good, then you buy Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
I'm not
Like-
interested.
Okay, then that's fine.
Give me something
That's
to
fine.
be interested in.
That's fine.
Like I bought Prince of Persia:
That's
The Lost
okay.
Crown.
That's what I was gonna say earlier. I could never feel that like the way you feel about Ubisoft and the way you said Moist Critical feels about Nintendo, how they just won't buy the games or whatnot because they don't support the company. It's like I don't.
The business
I don't.
practices are kind of anti-consumer at times. I understand.
Yeah,
that, you know?
but I also like. I care about games more than I do the company, and like.
Well, yeah.
And, like, it's not fair to a development studio to completely judge or avoid a product or not support them because of somebody above them and all these things. Because, like, at the end of the day, it's about games. And so...
I'm like 80-20 on that. I agree with you. Like, I do, and I should have thought
And
about
if you want Ubisoft to do... If we're going to talk here multiple weeks, I want Ubisoft to see. I want them to do good. They're doing something right. They're absolutely doing something right. We vote with our wallet. Now, if you're not... If you're just not interested in the game, fair enough. Fair game. But, like... You've said it multiple times, like, I'm not buying it because I don't support them or, like, I just hate this thing. It's like, I get it, but, like, you're kind of going against your morals then at that point.
It's mostly just because I'm not interested, and I'm
And that's
tired
fine.
of...
That's fine.
I just feel like all they're putting out is Assassin's Creed, and that's just not... like, the reason I love the things I do is because variety, and it just feels like it's one thing from them. It's the same reason why I like Square Enix, okay? I want them to succeed, but all of their games look exactly the same. It is a 60, 70-hour JRPG 2D art style besides Final Fantasy. They are all almost the same coat of paint, just different colors.
Yep.
Like, that's why I'm not interested. It's like Ubisoft is going down that same path for me. Their games are starting to look so similar, just with a different color of paint, but it's like the same, like, way it's formed in, like, on a canvas, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I hate saying that, I really do, but it's just where I am in gaming. Like, I don't know. I don't want to make people feel like I want things to fail. I don't. That's the last thing I want, is for companies to fail and have less games. If Ubisoft went away and died somehow, okay, I would be sad. That means people don't get to experience Sam Fisher, a potential remake or a new game for Splinter Cell. If people get what they want, I'm happy. I like seeing people happy. That is the number one thing I live on this earth to do, is to make people happy and smile.
And that
if
is
people can do that as well, you know.
And that is a
that's
weird
a good
plot hole of our argument, because I'm right there with you, and me and you have been in the camp of, like, Square Enix and all they do is focus on Final Fantasy, and I've given my fair critiques about that as well. And I agree with the whole Assassin's Creed argument too. I wish they would do stuff other than Assassin's Creed as well. But at the same time, like the statement you just said, you want people to be happy and enjoy what you want. That is our podcast. It's like, there is a reason, though, Final Fantasy is Square Enix's highest sellers. There is a reason Assassin's Creed is Ubisoft's highest seller, because there is so many fans of those things. So it's like them getting the things they want is great. I just wish they would do other things with that, like alongside that. So it's like, it's an unfortunate plot hole of me and you's our argument of, like, we wish they would do other things, because it's like, they are fulfilling their fans and their audience requests. It's just, to us hardcore gamers, it's not like we expect them
Yeah.
to like thrive like Capcom is, or thrive like Sega is, or
Well,
whatever.
see, that's my thing is it's variety. It's like there's so much to be excited for. It always is going to feel unique. Where I just
Right.
feel like some of these other ones, they're not speaking to me because they all feel almost the same. And I
Yeah.
know that may not be for everybody. I kind of hate that I've went on this rant, but I'm just telling you where I'm at gaming wise, like how I feel and where I'm
Yeah,
at.
no, I get it. I
You
get it.
know?
Like I think I think there's two separate conversations. One to be had about like the industry, and then one to be had just about enjoying gaming as a hobby. Because
Yeah.
like inherently, there's nothing necessarily wrong with Ubisoft in terms of hobby. Because like if you are Assassin's Creed fan, you're eating. You did get a fantastic Prince of Persia the other the other year, and they are making a Splinter Cell remake. So there is things to be excited for. But yeah, as a company,
Yeah.
they're in shambles. Like you know what I mean. So it's like.
And who knows
you,
if they even come out.
and that to me, I think that's where I am unfortunately a person who has been super heavily invested in the industry for so long, and so I understand the business side of things. I understand the news side of things every day, every week, all these things. I run a podcast, I do reviews, all these things. But at the same time, like, and the thing that I need to focus on, and this is just my morals and my perspective on things, the thing that I need to focus on is the priority that I am a gaming fan first. And I need to enjoy the games that I want to enjoy, the things that I'm interested in. And so if I let companies or people outside of my control, outside of anybody's control, outside those developers' controls, if I am not supporting them as a fan or as somebody who thinks something's done right, I don't support that, then that's on me at that point. But but if you do have a more grand scale, more outside point of view, looking at the business, looking at the industry, looking at executives, there's so much to critique. There's something to critique about every company outside of Capcom and Sega, apparently. So, and so it's just such a it's a weird one. There's so many ways to look at it.
Yeah.
I don't even know what we were talking about beforehand. How do we?
The only reason I enjoy having these is because I think it brings out deep conversations from both of us, and I like people to know what we are more like, and that's the one thing I like. But I do feel like sometimes I go a little crazy, and I'm like I feel like I'm speaking more out of like frustration than like an actual like debate that I would like to have. Because, like I said, I don't wish bad things for Ubisoft. I just want them. I want to be really interested in a lot of what they make. But nothing has spoken to me in a hot I don't know. Like it's hard. Like and if I didn't want to play so many games, I may go back and play a couple of games that have interested me from Ubisoft.
And see
there's so many games I want to play.
And that is the
I
thing.
have my favorites.
And that is the thing where like it's a weird separation in terms of conversation about behind the scenes of games and then actually playing the games. Because the way you feel about Ubisoft is honestly the way I feel about Sega. Like none of their games really scream at me. Like I'm not itching at the edge of my seat to play some of these Sega games. Sega's a much better company. Like I'm way more excited for Black Flag remake than I am like anything Sega's put out in the last couple years, because that's because I just play games. I can talk about a lot of things behind the scenes and a lot of things going on, and I can give my like objective analysis or give my point of view or try to break it down analytically and do all these things. But at the end of the day, I have Just Cause 4 in the top 20 games of all time. That game sucks, but I love it, right? Because I play games. Okay, that is always going to be the game that I go to when I explain that.
Hey man, it's okay. Hey, I like Sonic and the Black Knight. That game's
right.
Good.
Exactly. At the end of the day, like there was a difference in that. That's why there's a casual market and a hardcore market. You can easily, and that's what majority of people do. 95% of everybody, they stare at a screen, click buttons, enjoy what they're playing, listen to music, whatever the game has to offer. But then there are people who can go deeper into it, and there's two different things. Because, like I said, if you look at it like, and this is about to be a crazy statement, but it's true. If you look at it from a strictly video game standpoint, staring at a screen, buying a game, putting it in your console, staring at your screen, clicking buttons, Ubisoft is almost just as good as Sega. Because Assassin's Creed sells almost just as much as probably many of Sega's franchises combined. Unfortunately, Ubisoft, when you look at it from a different perspective, Ubisoft is a much bigger company with way more going on, and that is why they are struggling. Because when you look at it from the business side, they have much more that's making them decline. They have much more decisions that they're making that aren't working. But if you look at it strictly from a playing video game standpoint, Ubisoft has done nothing wrong. In a matter of fact, they've actually done a couple things right. Even though Shadows, I didn't enjoy, it sold a lot. But from a business standpoint, it did not work for Ubisoft. There's two separate perspectives that you need to look at, and that's why there is a casual market and a hardcore market. If I ask if I ask those 6 people who are very casual gamers that we talked about Assassin's Creed, how many Sega games have you played in the last 5 years? I don't know how many they would say. If I asked how many Ubisoft games they played last year, they've probably played a few, right? And so it's a really interesting conversation. And that's why you have people like us who can dissect and discern what is hardcore, what is casual, what the casual means, what the hardcore means, why you should pay more attention to this, why you should pay more attention to that, why you should think this, why you shouldn't think that. That's why you have these conversations, and that's why you have influencers. It's why you have kind of funny. It's why you have people who enjoy different things. He's excited for Starfox. I'm not. I'm excited for Assassin's Creed. He's not. You have people who have perspectives. As long as you are not completely locked in like those Nintendo fans you're talking about, who it's either Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, or Nintendo's trash. That's it. When you have people that are just so locked in on their their subjective point of view, their agenda, they want what they want, they do it rather than just enjoying the hobby. At the end of the day, this is a hobby. If you work behind the scenes, then yes, it can become a career, it can become a job. But as us, we are fans, we are players, and that is our main priority, and that's what we need to remember a lot of the times. And it's our job to spread that, because if we love that, that's what we have to spread. That's what we have to talk about. And so a part of that comes from looking at it from multiple different perspectives to inform you all what you should like, if you think you would like it, and we move forward with that. Enjoy what you want. That's the point of this podcast. Play your way. Enjoy what you want, regardless of platform, regardless of genre, regardless of company. It don't matter.
Dang. I mean, talk to him, man. I enjoyed that. That was nice.
Appreciate it.
Low key, you had me thinking, for real. See, and honestly, I don't regret doing this argument anymore, because this is where we get to. We get to these conversations of like really just like debating and talking things out, you know. You know, and honestly, I'm not mad at any. I mean, I may not fully agree with everything you said, especially one statement, but it's okay.
Which one? Which one?
You know which one it is.
I don't. I really don't.
You and the Ubisoft Sega comparison. Nah, bro.
Oh yeah.
Nah, the quality is so far.
Well, yeah. Again,
they have the sales.
See, and and exactly.
Quality.
Exactly, but I didn't say quality though. I didn't say quality of games. I just said from an enjoyment level. Like again, it's a difference between something like Mixtape. From a quality level, yeah, but from my enjoyment level, it might be lower. Like it again, Just Cause 4, the argument. My enjoyment may be so high, but quality level is bad. I'm not saying like Ubisoft is doing as good of games as Sega.
Oh yeah.
But I mean from a consumer standpoint, can you make, from a strictly consumer standpoint, can you argue that Ubisoft is objectively worse? Yeah, if we look at it from a critic standpoint, if we look at it from a business standpoint, yeah, there are legitimate facts. There are legitimate facts to prove it. That game has a higher score than this game. This game sold more than this. Yes, but what about the part that it's, at the end of the day, it's our opinion?
Yeah.
That's the part where it's like, I'm not wrong for saying that. I may not be right either, but I'm not wrong, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, I've always told people it's okay to be wrong. even if like you are like. I'm not saying I'm no. I'm not saying you are like no. I'm being dead serious. No, if like listen, I know, and I be straight capping on this podcast.
Write that on a T-shirt. It's okay to be wrong if you're wrong. It's
No, John, I'm being dead serious. I've been wrong before, and people tell me that, and I'm like, and I tell them it's okay if I'm wrong. Everyone is allowed to be delusional. It's okay. This world is crazy. Everyone should be allowed to be delusional in some way.
No.
I accept being delusional.
No, but like genuinely, what I said though is like might be a legitimate fact. Like if I ask those 6 people who are casual gamer how many Sega games they played versus how many Ubisoft games they played in the last 5 years, I guarantee you Ubisoft would be way higher. And but again, that comes down because of their opinions, not the industry facts. That comes down to their opinions as consumers, right? So it's like there's so many there's so many different point of views and perspectives that you can take things.
God, Stranger Than Heaven's gonna sell 1 mil and that's it, bro. What are we doing?
I will say, Stranger Heaven's probably the most excited I've been for a Sega game in a long time. I think that game's gonna rock. That game's gonna rock for sure.
Have you seen the presentation?
I have not, but I've
John,
read things and whatnot.
Can we watch it together?
Yeah, we can.
Dude. Because if you're that interested, like, you know me, it's my favorite studio.
Yeah.
I almost, because I missed it, almost thought I'm gonna just wait till the game comes out. Because
that's a while.
Maybe I'm like, I don't want to know what's gonna happen. But dude, I've heard this song that's in the game is like a lot of people are talking about it. It's like inspirational.
Yeah, no, I think that game's gonna be special. I do. I think that game's gonna be good.
But I don't think it's coming out this year though.
No, it's next year. It's next year for sure. If it says winter, it's next year.
Well, yeah, because GTA. Unless
but also like,
if Sega's stupid, Sega's dumb. They the one thing I hate about Sega is their release dates. They will put it out on the worst date you could ever imagine.
Yeah. But also like in terms of winter, if it's 2026 winter, that means second half of December. Like that's the only window. Like if you're actually gonna be technical about it. Because like winter starts like in the second week of December, so it's like,
we'll see. Because then that's what makes me concerned about what's their lineup this year. Like, because Persona 4 now has a rumor that Persona 4 Revival is gonna get finished in August. Get more info. And
I
come
think
out February.
Summer Games Fest will answer that question, and I think it'll be one of those reboots that they
please. For the love of God, give me Jet Set Radio.
I think Crazy Taxi will come out this year.
I think both.
I agree. I think there will be 2. I think there will be 2.
Because I don't think we're getting Sonic this year. Because, yes, it's his anniversary, but we're hearing rumors of a definitive edition.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Which makes me think we're not getting a new 3D Sonic this year. I think they're going to, of course, follow Mario's footsteps, and they're like, Mario's not coming out this year. How about we come out the same year as him because we always have to follow his footsteps?
Yep.
Dude.
But anyway, all right, let's move on to I don't even know what the last topic we were talking about. Probably PlayStation's financial stuff.
Yeah. How do you feel about PS6?
Talking about it needs to be 2028 the earliest, in my opinion. And even then, it seems a little early to me.
I don't know what they're gonna do because now you got them talking about collabing with Bandai Namco to use generative AI on stuff. Dude, I'm worried about something. Like, I really think I just don't know what they're doing. Like, they're doing everything that nobody asked for. Like, I just.
Well, that's not.
I don't know.
I asked for like a Returnal sequel. Kind of got one.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but like recently, like Sony has been like the front runner. Like they have, it's really concerning me that like it's gotten really bad in my opinion. Like we're constantly seeing bad news from Sony, and I feel like that's not something we should.
What are you talking? Are you talking from a like a game standpoint, or are you talking from a?
I mean, like 1 second, it's like it feels like almost every time now you're hearing something about the whole live service push has really hurt the game.
Okay, so you're talking about like the business
things.
side of it.
You have, I mean, yeah, because like business wise, is going to affect the consumers later down the line if it keeps getting bad. And I just feel like I hate seeing all the negative news for PlayStation, especially with like, I know the whole DRM thing or whatever wasn't as big as a deal as people said, but it's still like, it's still crazy that like, I'm not used to seeing so much news that's like, wow, like PlayStation is kind of feels like they're struggling in some areas right now. Like, I feel like they shouldn't be here, you know. I'm worried about where this is gonna go. I'm genuinely worried for PlayStation right now because they're talking about console sales going down, which I would have never expected because the PS5 is at, what was it, 92 million? Which that what?
No, I had a thing start playing on my phone. Like I opened it up and like audio started playing immediately.
I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll see. I mean, I'm hoping for another. I'm hoping for another State of Play soon because I want to know what those second party release dates are. I want to know when Kenna comes out.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited for that. But then of course you have like Wolverine and stuff. But
Marvel Tokon.
Yep. Man, I don't know, like I'm very curious. Did you see that post that was made by somebody that I think works at Sony? It was a picture of old IPs and it was called the like
I did
IP
see that.
Preservation something.
Yeah.
Do you think that's gonna be anything?
I don't know,
anything
bro.
more?
Who knows, bro?
Do you think Sony's like, man, maybe we should stop making every game
Dude,
$300
can you imagine a world where, imagine how epic would be if PlayStation pulled like a Sega and just started making like 5 different like reboots of like these like old franchise. Like, can you imagine how insane that week would be if like, man, you thought people lost their mind for Sega when that happened? Imagine if a big company does that.
Dude, that's one of the coolest announcements, like of all time.
It is.
Like, is
so
that
cool.
Sega like all 5 of those games getting like
it is.
new installments?
You think Virtua Fighter 6 comes out this year? That could fill their schedule. I just thought about it. I don't know why I just thought about that. It could.
I'm gonna say.
Probably not, but it could, though.
Ryu Gakatoku has so many games they're working on. Yeah. I just don't... If it does come out this year, I'm claiming they're easily top 5. Because that release schedule is like, how? Like, how are you getting this many games out every year? Like, like, yes, a lot of them look similar, but... Dude, what? Like, really? Like, I feel bad. They got to be overworked.
All right, what else we got?
Do you kind of want to cover Xbox a little bit?
Yeah, sure. I don't exactly know what we're covering exactly, but
so, I mean, Asha Sharma, basically from last week, we had, of course, the achievement system getting updated. We have the new logo. I
want to talk about that. I love the new branding. Super clean, super simple. I love it. We are Xbox. Thank you.
Going back to that classic
green. Love it, bro. Absolutely love it. I already changed my background on my Xbox to the new dynamic wallpaper they have.
I think I still like mine as like just a game I really enjoy, but I'm glad it's definitely there.
Because like the new logo, they did it where you can choose the wallpaper, either the new one, which is like a newer version of the OG. You can do like a 360 version of it. You can do an Xbox One version, or you could do a Series X version of it, and it's like so cool.
Oh,
it's really cool. And each wallpaper is called, so the one that we've seen, like the one that's based on the OG, is called We Are Xbox. The other one's called We Are 360. The other one is We Are One. And then the other one is We Are X. And I'm just like, bro, that's kind of tough. Cool. I love it, dude. Like, Dude, they're cooking.
Dude, and I think the reason I also want to talk is because Xbox so there's a lot of restructuring in the business aspect of Xbox, and I wanted to talk about it because we got to talk about this CEO, man. I hope this momentum continue because I think she is on a roll right now.
She is.
And
avoid rakes at all costs.
Like, I think at the end of the day, what it comes down to is the games. It's what's gonna determine the future of where we're going.
This showcase is super important for them.
Yes,
this showcase is huge.
This is starting to make me think, and I've had some thoughts about this. The way she talks about things. I think if she truly stands on what she says and she's trying to do this stuff,
they're going exclusive.
I think we're getting exclusives, but I don't think they're gonna 100% commit.
No, I think it'll be a case by case scenario.
I just think they should commit though, unless it's
commit to specific types of games because like commit to all your single player games. Like I don't care how big the single player franchise is. If it's single player, it should be exclusive. If it's like Forza, maybe you can do play because like
I'd say exclusive.
But like
that's your mainstay. That's what drives you to. Yes, it's a racing game, but like,
yeah,
you know,
I look to me if I was in charge, I'd be like make it all exclusive. But I just don't know. I just don't know if they will. But this showcase is super important.
Yeah. They're gonna knock it out the park.
Oh yeah,
though. They have some of the best showcases
they do.
In the last couple of years, like especially
2024, I think.
Yes. Oh my.
Yeah.
Even though half of the games, looking back at it, either got canceled or weren't even fully in development because like State of Decay 3 like was literally not even like gameplay apparently wasn't even fully made or anything.
Yeah, but every showcase ages somewhat poorly because some games come out aren't.
But like, oh, dude, at that time, one of the best showcases I've ever seen.
Opening with Doom: The Dark Ages was just absolutely insane.
Like, what a masterpiece.
Closing with Gears E-Day. Oh my god,
dude, I'm very curious to see what they're.
I think they're gonna rock the roof off this year.
I think
last year was more of a light one, and even then it was great. Yeah, I think this year they are coming with the bangers.
They're gonna raise the roof for sure.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get third party support. We're gonna get. I'm praying. Give me some Blade, baby.
Oh yeah, and then for me, like to me, this is for sure the most exciting I've bid for a post showcase direct. I think Gears of War E-Day is going to look amazing. I think E-Day is going to be amazing, dude.
I hate you so
I'm so ready.
Much. The 1 week I thought to myself, and I started thinking about it, and I said I have to get because. I was hearing people say like, "Hey, we think it comes out," and I thought about it, and I looked at the trailer, and I was like, "I think they know what they're doing. I think they're going to hit on a level." And of course, the 1 week, that's gonna hurt me. That is something I've thought about.
If there is ever a Gears of War game that is going to have an amazing story, it's gonna be this one because it's a prequel, bro. Like, oh, dude, it's gonna be amazing. Like, dude, I've realized I actually really care about this Gears of War game. Like, I feel very passionately about Gears. Like, I was talking to my dad at breakfast, and that question he asked, like, do you see any games that's coming out this year that could crack that 5? The only one that could come to mind, like, at the moment, I was like, I could see Gears of War doing it because, like the way you feel about Starfox is the way I feel about Gears. Like, it is a childhood franchise for me. One that's, like, progressively kind of just gotten worse. Like, they never really been able to, like, clear a bar in a way. And it's one that, like...
At least there's still been great quality.
Yeah. No? But it's one that's, like... I want them to do so good. I want like if it was up to me, I would want Gears to be Xbox's like numero uno franchise. Like I love Gears so much. I think Gears is just such a like maybe not one of those specific games is one of my favorite games ever, but just like as an IP and as a franchise,
is it your favorite franchise from Xbox?
For sure, 100%. That's not even a question. Unless maybe you consider like something they've acquired, maybe. But I don't. I'm sure. No, I still think Gears would probably be number one.
Yeah.
I
Is
still
that
think-
is that how you would feel about like Uncharted with PlayStation?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think the Gears games are as good as the Uncharted games, but I still think they're just so fun. They're so made like they're just so lovable. Like they're just such a. I don't know, Gears just has a certain energy that I love and that has been lost over time. And the fact that they're going back to a prequel, they're bringing back the two best boys. My boys are back, Dom and Marcus, bro. Like the coalition, you're gonna cook with Unreal Engine. Like, it's gonna be so good. I'm really excited for Gears Warrior Day. And I swear, if they announce that there's gonna be multiplayer at that direct.
I would assume so.
Brother, that game is going to just be absolutely outstanding. I hope so. I am so excited.
I'm just waiting for the slow months, hoping June and July isn't too bad, and hoping for getting that release date. And I'll probably end up hopping into at least like I want to play like I want to at least try and play like the trilogy.
Oh yes, you have to. Oh my gosh, you have to because
I'm one of those people.
Especially 3.
I'm one of those people at that rate where I kind of wait till the release date is there because I'm like, okay, I've got this time. Like,
yeah.
I want to do it before because I have been trying to actually play the game first before the sequel. I don't try to just jump in.
But it's also like you don't want to do it too close to the release because then you might be like burnt out a little bit or like
yeah.
But no, I completely feel that. Yeah, you definitely have to play that trilogy. But yeah, I'm super excited. But yeah, Xbox has a lot of good things, and then her whole thing of like we're getting rid of the AI development for consoles and mobile.
Copilot.
W like no one asked for that anyway, so great.
Nobody asked for AI to tell you what to do.
Dude, she's literally like she's literally making all the right decisions. Like it's kind of scary how well she's doing it.
And now it comes down to the games.
It does. Everyone's like bracing for impact. Where's the bad news? Where is it? Like where's the rank?
Oh, dude. Yeah. That's it's terrifying, but Forza's coming in like 2 weeks now.
Yeah, that's gonna be a banger, of course.
I mean, it's gonna hit.
Yeah. But yeah.
I'm excited. We got a good month coming up.
What else we got news wise? You can kind of just run through some of the small stuff now if you want, unless there's something else big here that we're missing.
Mina the Hollower has a release date finally. I also could have talked about the other Sega thing, but it's only a teaser. Alien Isolation 2 got a teaser. Glad to see it's getting a sequel.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
I don't know when it's coming out, but Sega has announced every sequel under the sun. Apparently, I don't know if this is real, but I mean it's real, but I don't know if it means games. But I don't.
Sega's behind Isolation 2.
They publish it.
Okay. I was wondering if they were.
But Sega just announced some IP thing that had Knights and like 4 other franchises on it. So I don't know if that means they're bringing those franchises back with video games, but if that is the case, then oh my god, they are literally making every game under the sun. So they're insane. But yes, Mina the Hollower. John didn't really talk about it. I don't know if the video is going up for May games.
Probably not, to be honest with you.
Okay. So we will be locking in for June when there's not a lot of games coming out.
I don't know. I've actually been thinking about that. I feel like we should just.
You don't like it?
Do a video or podcast just talking about upcoming games.
Okay. Yeah.
Before the month comes out.
It's kind of like how Kind of Funny does it.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
That way we can actually just talk about like our hype levels and expectations and stuff like that.
And I mean, you could just pull up like gameplay or something like just as we're showing it. Yeah, that'd be a lot easier, less editing.
Because also like some of the games you're talking about like you aren't as interested in, and then some of those like I'm more interested in and stuff like that.
And it.
Cause there was one. I was laughing. I was laughing because I was like, this guy hates Batman so much. Because like bro spent like 50 seconds on Batman and then proceeded to spend like 3 minutes on something else afterwards, which is like nowhere near the popularity or like importance of Batman. I'm just like, ain't no way Broda spent 3 minutes on this game compared to like 50 seconds on Lego Batman. I'm like, bro got done so dirty.
Yeah. The more I thought about it, I was like, the more you say it, I'm like, yeah, I kind of really showed my bias, didn't I?
You really did.
Which, like, the point of it was, like, to me is, like, I want to tell you what I'm most excited for.
Right.
But I don't know everybody else's opinions.
Right.
So, like, I could be like, hey, John's really excited, but I'm like, yeah, I don't really care.
Yeah, literally. So, I don't know. That had me a good laugh, dude, the other day when I was...
But, yeah, we could do a pot. That'd be way easier.
Yeah.
Less editing, on the spot. That works a lot better. But yes, Mina the Hollower is coming out on May 30th?
29th.
29th. I was about to say, I actually think it's 29th. I just said 30th because it was like literally the dead end. I wish they would have put it out in June. I like June more. June's more empty. But my only fear is it comes out the same week as 007.
It's not gonna matter.
But
I don't think it's
But I mean, besides that, they're two completely different games. But I'm not mad at the release date.
Speaking of 007, previews came out and it sounded like a banger.
You know,
Which is what I've been saying all along. I've been saying
but
I
you
think it's
didn't
gonna be
say.
banger. I didn't say how.
You
I
didn't
don't
say
know.
it was going to be a potential game of the year.
Yeah. I will say it sounded even better than I originally thought. But I've been standing by. I think it's gonna be a bit banger. Ever since I saw that trailer last year at the State Play, I was like, bro,
You know what?
That game is gonna be a banger.
You know what? I'm going to go with my heart. I've been proven wrong on previews before. Something wrong is going to happen.
This guy.
Something wrong is going to happen, bro. I don't know. Something just... I don't know, man.
You know what?
Go
with what you.
Hey, I hope.
Oh, I know,
hope for
and
the best,
you know
though.
what? Here, now I'm gonna make a statement.
I still have it
I
pre-ordered.
think
I'm gonna play
I
it.
think people who have opinions need to just stand on it more often, because you know what? When 007 First Light first showed its first ever trailer in that state of play, it was like the week, it was like the day before Switch 2 pre-orders happened. I remember standing in line outside GameStop, and me and you were talking about the state play, and you were raving about 007, and you were like, bro, honestly, if it's the way it looks, I could see it being a game of the year nominee. And I was agreeing with you. I'm like, dude, honestly, I agree. Here we are, sounding like that. Sounds like we should have just stood on our business all along, because John, truly, like in my mind.
But then they started showing trailers where it was like literally a car for 30 seconds, and it's like, I've realized.
Oh my god, they showed a driving segment.
No, but John, it was the most boring presentation of it. Like, I've realized presentation means a lot. I have so much more appreciation for game trailers now.
Oh yeah. Welcome to the club. Finally. Oh my god, we got him, boys. We've got him, bro. Now you know why I'm obsessed with trailers and stuff like that.
Like, I just they had a streak of trailers that made me be like, okay, do we not have anything interesting to show? Like, we're just gonna see 30 seconds of a car that just feels more like branding than anything. I will say that first trailer was amazing. I thought it looked
amazing,
very good.
Right. But
I don't.
What I'm saying is, I think, like, sometimes if you think a game looks good, it's probably because it might be good. Shocker. You know what? So like there's so many games where I'm just like Pragmata, bro. Like, for the longest time, I'm like, dude, I literally think this game's gonna be great.
That's a lucky guess, bro.
No,
You saw
it's
a cutscene of a guy and a girl in space and was like, "This finna be peak."
No. I'm talking like, well, okay, yeah. I was gonna say, but like, even when they showed gameplay, I'm like, dude, I think I get the concerns of repetitiveness and story, but I'm telling you, I think the game looks good, and it ended up being good. Like, I guess sometimes it may not always work out the way like you think. Sometimes there will be a major issue, but 9 out of 10 times, in my opinion, I think if you generally think a game looks good, it's probably because the game is good. Honestly, like if a game looks bad, it looks bad. If a game looks good, it looks good. Like, you can easily tell. Like, in my opinion, I thought Crimson Desert looked mid. It turned out to be kind of mid.
It's also the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Because I mean, I think Starfox was good, but
Right.
do I think it's gonna be? I think it'll be a good game. Do I think it's gonna be a 10 out of 10 masterpiece game of the year? No.
Right, and it probably will be like around that 7 to 8 range. Like sometimes the way it
I'm
looks
okay with
is
that.
probably how it is. Like, and that's
Yeah.
that's okay. Like,
But I've also been proven wrong. I think a game's gonna
right.
be like
Sometimes things do
you
go
know.
wrong, or something goes
Yeah,
incredibly
like
right.
Mario and Luigi Brothership. Oh my
Right.
god, one of the biggest disappointments of my gaming,
Yep.
like my most anticipated games ever.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep.
What a disappointment. Well,
All right, anyway.
did you want to quickly talk about the Mortal Kombat 2 movie?
Oh yeah. I'll just say it was okay. It's fine. It was fun. It was fun.
We had a conversation of topics before the podcast, and
Well-
you're like, I gotta say something about Mortal Kombat.
Okay,
2,
listen.
the movie. And this is what we got to. I mean, it's high. Like,
I mean, it's alright. Like, listen. I enjoyed it for what it was. Will I be rewatching it? Probably not. Will I be recommending it?
is
to
it better
people?
than the first one?
Yes.
Okay.
Much better than the first one. I give it a 6 out of 10. I think it's an okay movie. I think it's a pretty good movie. Like,
Why'd you turn Italian, bro?
I
think it's
I do
an
not know,
okay
man.
movie.
I think it's alright. Like, listen, I like a lot of the fight scenes. I like a lot of the characters. I like all the fatalities and things. I think the worst part of the movie is honestly like the acting and the like just like special effects of it. Like I think it kind of just looked. It was just a little too cheesy for me.
You know a movie I genuinely want to go watch with you just because I think it's gonna be such a fun watch, but it's not.
Project
gonna be that
Hail
great.
Mary.
No, I was going to say
greatest movie
the Street Fighter movie
Oh yeah, dude, I'm excited for that.
because
Bro,
I am
me and
so interested to see how that is gonna be.
Bro, okay, so fun fact, me and Isaiah reconnected yesterday. We had like lunch for the first time in like a year yesterday.
Bro, we gotta have lunch at some point, bro.
I know. But we had lunch, and then I invited him to go see the Mortal Kombat movie with me, and my parents afterwards, and it was great. We talked a lot about religion too, which is also great. But we're
Mortal
sitting
Kombat
there.
and religion go very
No,
well.
oh yeah, bro. Love Jesus, and then the next thing, like we're seeing fatalities and things. But we're sitting there in the theater, and trailers start playing, and granted, we're sitting at a Mortal Kombat movie, and they start playing the Street Fighter trailer. Me and Isaiah start crashing out.
Why?
Because you're showing a Street Fighter trailer before Mortal Kombat. That's like
Well,
showing
hey,
a
you
Sonic
gotta
trailer
promote,
before
man.
Mario. You know what I mean? Like, it's like
Hey, I will say,
it's just funny. It's just funny. But.
you know what this makes me want? We got a Street Fighter movie and a Mortal Kombat movie.
Uh-huh.
Bandai,
Tekken.
where's it at? Give me a Tekken movie, but animate it.
Could see it.
I would pull some different stuff there, but I'm excited.
But anyway,
I
it was
wanna
an okay
see
movie.
this.
It was an okay movie.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, and then the last thing I'll pop up. None of us have played it, but it came out literally at like midnight or like it was super late. But Resident Evil Requiem now has the Leon Must Die Forever new free small minigame. What a title.
Leon die forever.
It's a little confusing. I'm not exactly sure what it is. I just know it's a mini game where you're basically like, kind of like it feels like on a timer. You're trying to like speed run these levels as Leon. I will say I heard something that does suck, and I don't like it. You don't have the ability to sharpen your axe in that mode, which I guess maybe like. Can you barely use it? Like, can it break and then you can just never use it again? I don't know. It's a little confusing. But I may have to go check that out at some point. I don't know. So if you want to play that, just if you've beaten the story mode, then you can go and try that out for yourself. So now we'll get into the small news. These are regarding sales. These are games that have hit a certain amount of units, like accomplishments for a studio and developers and publishers. So small news regarding sales, we have The first Berserker, Kazan, has hit 1 million sales. Congratulations. Control has now sold 6 million units. Congratulations to Control. Go ahead and say it, John, your catchphrase.
Control 2 is gonna be a masterpiece.
And Resident Evil Requiem has now sold 7 million copies, and that is all for the small news.
Absolutely not.
No,
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No, but of course, a game that John absolutely loves, a game that he had so much anticipation for ever since its first conception, ever since it was first
Ever since the mother in the mail. Never mind.
What? Mother in the mail. Okay. Pragmata, the new IP from Capcom that was announced over 5 years ago, in less than a month, has sold 2 million units. Congratulations, Capcom. Like, congratulations, man. Like,
it's so rare for new IPs to do that kind of number, and it's just like.
I mean, I don't even think it's
so
been.
awesome.
It's been. I think they said like.
It's been 14 days.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yep.
And
It's crazy,
you know what? Give me 3. Give me 3 million.
Oh yeah.
Give me 3. Give me 5. Give me 10.
Right.
Over time.
Let's keep it going.
You know?
Dude,
We're
I'm
getting
so
a sequel for sure.
Yes, 100%. I am so excited, dude.
I need my copy to get
success
here
story for
already.
me.
I want to play.
Dude, I think you are gonna be right there with me, dude. I think you are gonna adore it. I really do.
I think I may believe you on this ending. Maximilian, dude cried.
I know he was breaking down, bro. Like he was, but I'm right there with him though. Like, and I can't imagine the ending if you are a father. I will say.
Oh yeah.
But like,
no, because Andy on Kinda Funny was talking about it. I didn't know he was a dad. He said something about it.
I don't think he's a dad.
I swear I thought I heard him say, I am a father too, so it hit me like really hard. I may be wrong on that, but I thought I heard him say
dude,
that. Or maybe
he
called someone else a dad.
I'm telling you, dude, that ending, like, I cannot think of another ending that left me so satisfied, dude. Like, it is just so good. Oh my god.
I just need my copy to get here. I have to wait till next Monday.
Why haven't you just bought it digitally?
I like physical. I don't.
Fair enough. I
want to stop buying digital games.
I've been buying all my games digitally recently. I don't know why, but I have. And I've just been too lazy.
I want my games physically. I want to give up on digital. That's why I'm glad Amazon and Walmart are price matching the digital Switch games, because I'm just buying them there now.
Good. Yeah. But here's what I'll say, man. I genuinely do think like. This is one of the like, I have hit a game that will end up becoming one of my favorites and this happens all the time. Like if you look at my top 5 games, they all tell a story. Something I didn't think I would love as much as I actually do, and it ends up, or something that I wasn't like I didn't have like clear expectations going into it in a sense, and
yeah.
A lot of times, those games, what ends up happening is I play it, and I think it's great. I think it's amazing. I maybe even think it's a 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. But over time, I find more and more appreciation. I find myself loving it and being more attached to it than possible. It's happening with Pragmata. Because even while I'm playing Saros, one of my most anticipated games ever, I'm like, dude, I can't wait to be done with this so I can go back and platinum Pragmata. Like, I am itching to get back at Pragmata. I'm finishing Mixtape, and I'm platinuming Pragmata before Lego Batman comes out. Like, I love Pragmata so much. I can't wait to replay it again. I can't wait to experience that story again. Like, I genuinely, even though it's not a 10 for me, I love it like a 10 out of 10. 100%.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. It's like that's why I gave Tomodachi a life of 10. I don't care if I know the game's like a 7 out of 10, but it's a 10
and I will say I know it might be a long shot. Maybe not, but if there is one game that I want to be nominated for Game of the Year, I want Pragmata to be. I just don't think it will. I don't think it will, but man, would I love it. It would just be such a success story and such like an underdog story. I'll tell
you what would have made it a 10 out of 10. is if it had a Last of Us PlayStation, third person over the shoulder, 10 out of 10, a story of all time.
Scene. I think it has a better story than last. No, I'm just joking. I was joking. Sorry, I was joking. I was joking.
I was about to say we gotta have a hot takes episode.
Has a better ending though. Oh, maybe not. Yeah.
We
I don't know.
we still need a hot takes like just episode or just something.
No, I genuinely I love Pragmata so much. I think that game
I
is
need
just
I need
incredible.
I'm gonna get there. I'm finishing it by next week when I
And
get it.
I cannot wait for a sequel because unlike a lot of games, I genuinely think a sequel is going to be massive for Pragmata because like, and I'm not just talking about like success wise or sales wise or recognition wise. Like, I think from a gameplay and story level, like, I think there are so many changes and so many new things that you could add to Pragmata to make it a bit bigger and better. Because, like we talked about, like, Pragmata feels like a 360 Prime game, like a Prime 360 game, like something that's super condensed, super focused. And guess what? Those 360 games got sequels on the next generation, and they became bigger and better in so many ways, as compared to something like Spider-Man that was great and just became a little bit better in certain departments, a little bit worse. Whereas like Pragmata feels like we've barely tipped the iceberg at like what this IP can be. And so I feel like a sequel can just make this game even more absolutely incredible. Like, I don't think it'll just be they've improved some things. They added a couple great things. No, I think like Pragmata sequel will truly be like a true like innovation and like leap. And so I'm super excited, man. I think it's gonna be great.
I'm feeling good about the rest of this year. Like, dude, I'm having a blast this year. Like, just seeing the reception of games and like seeing what's coming. Like, it's been really nice. Like, I don't know. I feel like every month I'm always looking forward to just something. Like something is just catching my eye and it feels like it's doing really good.
Yeah. I'm actually glad Saros is not a 9 for me because I was thinking, I'm like, dude, I feel like everything I've played I've been giving a 9. But that's because everything's a freaking 9. Like, I can't help it.
Hey, man.
Like,
it
Resident
is
Evil,
what it is.
banger. Pragmata, banger. Procopia, banger. Like, everything's just a freaking 9.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck? But
I don't know. I had 10 out of 10 last year, and
I think I had.
I'm wondering how I'm gonna
I think I had
feel
2.
this year. I think I'm gonna have more than 1 for sure. I don't know. I have that feeling because my only 10 out of 10 last year was Expedition 33.
Right. I'm trying to think what I know Death Stranding was. I'm trying to think what else I thought was. That might have been my only one.
Well,
No, I feel like there
if
was
I'm
a
gonna
indie
be-
game or something. Hang on.
the only like the way you talked about Death Stranding 2 felt like it was your only 10 out of 10. You know when someone gives something a 10 out of 10 the way they talk about it.
Oh yeah. Was
And that
Neva
was the
last?
only one.
Was Neva last year?
No, that was 24, right? Because the DLC came out last year.
I think it was 24.
Or no, it was early this year. I think it's 24. I think 2024 was Neva.
Because I do stand by. I do think Neva's a 10 out of 10. Not like a 10 out of 10 that I like love like a top 20 game of all time, but I do think it's a 10 out of 10 though.
Neva was 2024.
Okay, then yeah. Then yeah, I think that probably was my only. I think so.
I had games that were close. I had Dispatch and Shinobi.
Yeah. I had a couple
but
close ones.
They were
Expedition was
just
close
nines.
for me.
I had a lot of 9s last year. I mean,
Oh, Hades 2 is a 10 for me. Hades 2 is a 10.
I take back my review of what I gave it originally. I gave it a 9. I'm going to give it an average, like middle of the line 8. So,
Blueprints was close for me.
man, I don't know. I'm feeling really good about. I'm feeling really good about this year. And also another game I loved last year that I gave a 9. Like, even though I don't think it is, like, from a critic, because it's not a game everyone's going to find amazing, is Silent Hill F. Because that combat, I will admit, is frustrating, but I don't hate it. But Silent Hill doesn't have good
Chronos
combat ever.
was up there for me. Not a 10, but I love that game. Like
Man, you really enjoyed that game,
dude.
bro.
I did. I think that game is a banger, dude.
I still have it, but I just don't. There's just so
You
many
ain't never
things I
played
want to play before it. I just don't think I'll ever get to it, which I hate about myself. But I just can't. I'm sorry, man.
But yeah, I think
You know what? You know what?
I mean, Yote is close for me.
I wanted to say this, and I might be willing to do this again.
Oh boy.
You talked to Aiden about you guys giving
I knew
each other movies.
Yep.
No, because I actually thought about this before you actually said this. I had a thought about this in my
You're not
head.
gonna like my answers.
Who cares? I'll try it anyways. So is that what? Every month I want you to give me a game.
Every month? Oh my god, you ain't doing that.
Yeah, every month,
No,
starting
you
in
ain't
June.
doing it. Okay.
Because this month you got to give me a little bit of a break, brother. This
All
month
right.
is stacked.
So every month starting in June, you're gonna beat
Starting
a
in
game
June.
that I recommend to you.
Unless I don't like it enough, I won't finish.
Okay. All right. You asked for it.
So you could say right now, Chronos
June,
Dawn.
Dragon Age the Veilguard.
I mean, is that what you want?
Assassin's Creed Black Flag. No. This is a bad commitment, brother. You do not.
No,
you do not
no,
want me
no,
to
no,
do
no,
this.
no, no, no,
You do
no,
not want
no,
me to do
okay.
this, bro.
No, because
Blueprints.
I
want you to beat it.
If I have even a little bit of interest in it, I'll do it. All right. So that means just a little bit. So Blueprints, no, I don't have any interest in it.
Right.
Black Flag, no. You could say Chronos the New Dawn. You could say Veilguard. I'll do it.
All right. Your first game. I want you.
Yep.
To beat. And here's the thing. I'm probably not going to say some of my favorite games because like to me I don't like to me that it's basically like me forcing you to play something. Like something that I love so much, I'd rather you just want to enjoy it for the sake of enjoying it rather than me basically force you. Cuz I was going to say Death Stranding 2, but like
yeah, but I've started it. I just got to finish it.
Yeah, well, that ain't happening.
You know what? Just wait till I get some downtime. Just wait.
Yeah,
I'm gonna finish it
4 years from now.
I'm gonna finish it just to prove you wrong. Not even just out of spite.
Good. I want you to beat Black Myth. No, I'm just joking. I want you. You know what? Pokemon Snap. No, I'm just joking. You know what? Let's just do Chronos the New Dawn. Go for it.
All right, starting in June. Got it.
I think that's a good one to start with.
Okay. Sounds good to me. It's over there sitting on the
good old dust collector.
No, it's near all the games that I own. It's just near the bottom section, which is all the games I haven't played. I got a game organizer. And they're the bottom ones. Actually, no, never mind. I played Neon White. I love Neon White. Oh my god, Neon White's so good.
All right. Well, anyway, I think that's it. So I think
yeah, we should definitely end. We're getting close to the. But we missed like what is it, 2 weeks?
Yeah, we missed 2 weeks.
So
pretty much.
It's also fun to just catch up and talk about video games and how we feel and for anyone that is still watching.
Okay, hang on. So I will say, because we're not gonna do that. My most anticipated games for the month. My number one is probably Lego Batman. To be honest with you.
Dang, not Forza.
Not like in terms of excitement. I don't like, dude. I'm telling you, Lego Batman is gonna be a slapper, bro. I'm telling you.
I'm just not. It's just I find it funny because you're just not a Batman guy. So
I'm not.
It's like now you're just like,
But
dude,
I
Lego
am,
Batman.
but I am a DC diehard though. Like I love DC.
That is true.
And then I personally do like the Lego games. They're not like my favorite games ever, but I do love me. So I don't know. It might be 007. Might be. Anyway, my most anticipated games are Lego Batman, Forza Horizon 6, and 007. Those are the main three I'm looking forward to.
Just at the moment, like what's tickling your brain the most? Like what's really on the membrane the most?
Out of those three?
Yeah. Oh, I thought this was a clear answer.
The only I'm gonna go based off this fact.
Okay.
The only game having me debate buying the deluxe edition to get the game a little earlier is Lego Batman. So.
Oh. Wait, you can you can get it early?
Yeah, 3 days early if you pay like 10 or 20 more dollars. So I might do that honestly because I have way more time now, so I can actually use that.
Bro's like, I'm trying to get that review out early.
Now for Forza to get it 5 days early, you have to pay $60. I'm not doing that crap. So.
Wait, no, but that's his okay. But that's like paying for the game at that point, right?
Right.
That's because you have Game Pass and
yeah, because the premium edition of the game is $120, and so in order to get early access, you have to buy the premium editions. But you can get the premium upgrade because of Game Pass. So it'd be a $60 upgrade. It's kind of crazy, but you know what? Hey. They're gonna make bank. I just spit everywhere.
Oh, I know. Lord have mercy.
I know. What the heck? They are about
to. Ooh, that was nasty.
Thank you. Wow. They are about to make bank because they're about to get a lot of those premium.
I mean, you're slobbering for that man, Forza content.
Get my mouth wet. But then I think the one but generally, I honestly, my prediction, the one I think I'm gonna enjoy the most though, honestly, is probably 007. I think that might be my favorite game coming out of May. It's just a bold prediction, but I don't know.
I think for me, I think this month I think it's going to have better quality than last month in terms of like how people's reception is to the games. I am less excited this month in terms of what I was excited for last month, but I've just realized my taste is I'm more interested, I feel like sometimes in like 7 or 8 out of 10s than 9 or 10s, which is perfectly fine. But
I mean, I also just don't think the games are like for like we've stated your hate for Lego Batman. You're not the biggest stealth fan, and then you're not the biggest like racing fan. So it's like
I don't hate Lego Batman.
You say what you want to say, brother. We all know.
I just don't. The Lego games just
Bro's his biggest.
I just Lego games don't. They just don't interest me enough. Like I played the Star Wars Lego game. I played Lego games, but I'm just like I don't know. It's not. It doesn't. It doesn't excite me as much, and as well as a character, I'm not that interested in. I don't know. I just don't really. It's not really making me want to play it. I don't hate it. It looks cool. I've heard great things about it.
One thing I will say, something I am actually looking forward to, which I'm debating if I'm actually gonna buy it next week or not. I think I might, to be honest with you. I really am interested in this Directive 8020 game, because I really enjoy playing through those games. I don't know if it's gonna be great or not, but like it's just a fun time playing through them. So
I don't know what makes it. I don't know. I just feel like I've barely seen anything.
Yeah,
on it,
the marketing's
so I don't.
But also, I barely saw anything about the Corey leading up to that either. So
that is true. I think. But the only reason I played that is because I think you were just like, "Yo, we should play this."
Yeah, like it really was. And then YouTubers started playing it, and then that's what like made it like pop off in a way.
See those games that if you asked me like, "Yo, come over, let's play 8020," I'd be like, "Bet." Let's do it.
I might do that. That might be kind of fun. It might be fun.
Yeah, you want to see me make all the right decisions to keep my characters alive?
Loki, I can invite some friends, bro. I think we could get a whole another thing going where like we each have our character.
Down.
That might be fun, Loki. I might do that.
Dude, we had a blast with
It
that
was,
inquiry.
dude. Let's do it. Let's run it.
I'm down. I'm so down.
Let's do it.
That's next week.
It is the 14th, I think.
Okay.
Yep. 14th. Wait. Yeah. May 12th. May 12th. Oh my gosh. So literally Tuesday. Oh crap.
Tuesday. Tuesday. Why on a Tuesday?
Oh, sorry. Monday night. Oh my god.
Like, brother.
Yeah.
I got work. I mean,
yeah, we could do it Tuesday night, Loki. Tuesday after work, pull up. I'll order pizza for dinner. We'll get some. I'll see if any of my buddy, dude. If I can get Frank to come play with us, oh my god, Frank is gonna be
Frank. That guy sounds like a goat.
Frank is the goat. He is the goat. Frank is amazing. He's a nursing student too.
Dude, if your name is Frank out there, or you know a Frank, pay attention to them,
Frank
bro.
Let me show you a picture of Frank. This dude takes the most amazing photos.
You don't want to lose out on a guy named Frank, bro.
Bro, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Bro.
You know who my favorite Frank is?
What?
Oh, hold on. He's showing me a picture. Hold up.
Look at that.
Dang,
Look
dude.
at
Dang,
that.
that's aura.
Dude, he's in his scrubs and everything, bro. Nursing student at its finest. Bro, this dude's locked, dude. I love him. Bro, I love Frank. He's great. My guy.
Yeah, you know who my favorite Frank is that I've ever known?
Frank Ocean?
No, Frank West from Dead Rising.
Oh yeah, he's pretty cool.
Goat. And you know who's also goated? The viewers that watch any of these, that watches any of the content that we make. Thank you guys once again for watching another podcast. I don't even know what episode this is anymore. I don't really ever pay attention to the episode thing, but I know you started like numbering them at the beginning. But appreciate you guys for watching. Just paying attention to the content. We will have more content coming. We're gonna have a lot of content on the way. We've talked about it. We need to have a day where me and John actually have like a little meeting thing where we discuss. We're going to bring back a series that me and John love doing to cover some, weeks in a row, just so we have some content, because our opinions change a lot. And we're just going to have more stuff to watch. We want to definitely be a podcast channel, but also just be a channel that covers video games, just talks about stuff.
And movies.
So
no.
Yes, and movies, which him and Aiden will cover.
So I will say, dude, I've been watching so many movies. Oh my
god. Yeah. I'll be honest. You two talking about movies has made me kind of want to watch more movies.
Dude,
my girlfriend my girlfriend got kind of jealous. She was like, "I heard you talking to your friend about doing a Marvel marathon. Now I want to do it with you." I'm like, "Oh." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Sure, dude."
It's been super fun to get more into movies.
Mm-hmm. See, it's never.
I'm literally in the theater 4 days a week.
That's insane.
Like literally, I've seen the Michael Jackson movie 5 times. I've seen Mario movie 3, Project Hail Mary 4 times. I've seen the drama. I've seen Hoppers. I've seen now Mortal Kombat. I've seen Devil's Wear Prada 2. Like, dude, I'm fiending for movies, bro. It's so good. It's so fun.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe one of these days I may be like, hey, maybe I should start watching. I'd probably just watch at home though. I like movie theaters. I don't know. Like,
dude, I've been
have a nice
popcorn.
I have a nice OLED TV.
Ooh, that is
like,
nice.
yeah, the screen's bigger, but like, gosh, OLED looks so good. But I'm also just lazy. Just keeping it real out there. But yes, thank you guys. What?
Real quick, there is a scene in the Mortal Kombat movie where Ed Boon is in it. He
has a cameo.
Yeah, he does. He plays a bartender, and
they tear his head off.
And, no, but he showed up. Like, dude, I started cheering, and I realized I was the only one in there. Like, cheering. Like, it was so awkward. It was so awkward. Bro, he showed up and I was like, "Yo, my goat!" And I look around. I'm like, "Oh, sorry guys." I was like,
they're like who?
like I literally like audibly went, "Yo!" And like my mom looked at me like, "What happened?" And I'm like, "Oh, I realized y'all don't know what's going on."
You're better than me, dude. I don't know if I have it in me like to like yell if like I don't know everyone else is doing.
Dude,
I don't
let
know.
me tell you. My second time watching the Michael Jackson movie was an immaculate theater experience.
Did you have anyone dancing at the front?
Dude, I felt like there might have been at some point. Dude, literally, dude, that place was like a church. Let me tell you, dude, because like Michael would like say things like there's like a line where like he goes, "You are brave, you are beautiful, you are the greatest of all time," and like I'll hear like four people from me go, "That's right, amen." Like yes, yeah, like dude, it was like a church in there. Like whenever he's dancing, like there's people like, "Get it, Michael, like go," and then like whenever like Thriller starts, they're like, "Oh man," like everybody was just kept on doing like all these like expressions and everything. I'm like, bro, this is hilarious. This is great. Fire movie, by the way. Go watch it. I've seen it 5 times, so it better be good. But
yeah, I mean, you must enjoy it that much.
Project Hail the best movie of the year. All right, we're gonna hang up.
Yeah, we definitely we're at the 3-hour mark.
Yeah,
we're not gonna keep you guys anymore.
All right, thank you all so much for watching. Appreciate all the support. Like it, leave a comment. What you've been doing with gaming, all that good stuff. Appreciate it. Please subscribe. We appreciate the support. We'll see you next week.
Love you guys very much.
Peace.
See ya.